A Tale of 12 Gems, our original D&D campaign, set in the world of Alberon and the third of 10 connected campaigns. I am Joe Treff, the DM this evening, and many others, and joining me are my friends, Matt, Vincent, Tina, Alana, Kara, and Hannah. We are going to be playing D&D tonight, but before we do, a couple of quick announcements. I'm going to make the music a little less intense.
Why? How menacing are your announcements? Do they need to be beefed up a little bit?
Tonight! Last night, not tonight, we played our Cyberpunk Starfinder 2e campaign, Skull Runners. The I guess mercenaries is the best word for the party. Sort of tackling a number of different jobs in the sprawling megacity called Seethe that exists in the middle of a galactic nowhere. This is a little bit of a grittier adventure than Mosaic Team 5, the adventure that preceded it. It's not connected in any meaningful way. It is a standalone campaign, and that will re-air on Sunday at noon, followed by this at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube at Alberon RPG. We also have other social medias at Alberon RPG, mostly Instagram and Threads, where you can see the different things that show up on our table. Like right here, you can see a river barge attempting to run a fiendish blockade. But you can see it in even greater detail at Alberon RPG if people take pictures. We also have a website, alberonrpg.com, where there's a lot of information relating to the various campaigns, one-shots, anthologies that we run. I would say actually almost everybody around the table here now has run at least a one-shot or an anthology of some kind, so you can go see those over on alberonrpg.com. And then we have Sirenscape and Monument Studios music to thank for our sound effects. And so that is all the announcements that I have for this week. And it is time for A Tale of 12 Gems.
We spin it up,
and
boys.
To Kara for the recap.
Sorry.
Misfits. When last we met, we opened with a dream sequence, as so many good stories do, as Nora saw for the first time a vision of a strange temple of sorts, where others potentially dreamed and slept. Constellations depicted all native to Mythalstrean, of course, but a little difficult to place, as indeed Nora woke up. Ralph, meanwhile, has their own interlude, as we rewind time just a little bit to see that indeed they were successful in getting some time off to join us on our little quest from Serpel Adras, a kinder version of the two options, with a really wonderful amount of sick burns. He did caution us against pursuing the stones, saying that many a better party has sought them out and come to their end. But he does expect Ralph to return once our duties in the Obradon Basin are finished. We did learn a little bit of information about our quest, as indeed Valorn is the name of an old merchant family out of Port Talus, and something to follow up on later. As we move along, we awake to not really a bed and breakfast. It seems this inn is more just a place to lay your head and get drunk, and not so much to have the free continental in the morning. So some of us go out to have breakfast, while the rest of us decide to go about returning the very cursed object that is in our possession. After some brief introduction, Quelvalar does accept this stone back, along with all it entails. And in exchange, we gain a sending stone and a direct line to maybe someone we could use in the future, or maybe really don't want to use in the future. We haven't quite decided. He could be good. He's probably bad. Truly, anyone who asks about your moral ethics is real good.
Quality human being.
I mean, maybe he just wants to know that he's working with the right kind of people.
Yeah, that's
Jeez.
definitely what everyone means. The stone, we did learn that the Stone Twins also had dealings with Quelvalar, as they bought a rapier from him. And maybe that rapier is a little bit more special than anyone had thought. After gaining another quest from Quelvalar, which might net us a bag of holding if we go a different way to deal with a certain caravan that had some issues in the canyon. No idea what kind of caravan that could be. We instead decide to do a little bit of shopping in preparation for our journey down the river. After gaining our various supplies, we decide on a course of action of going to the basin on Captain Forgoni Forgoni? Forgoni! There's an R in there. Mars' stalwart vessel, pictured here on our combat screen, which you could also see at Alberon RPG on our Instagram. There it is, and there we are. After giving us a very thorough rundown of the goblin tribes and their various interconnectedness and rivalries therein, Grimgob and Captain Mar set off with, having maybe divested enough information that will get the rest of the party up to speed, as indeed we are on our way towards a bit of a racket, I guess you could call it. There's an entryway, and the captain has good friends with these people who just, take money to ensure that the waterways remain clear. That's definitely why they're there. And if you're a goblin, you get a discount. Or
Locals discount.
It's a local discount. That's what it is. Definitely that.
Toll roads,
And because we are poor, we have decided that the best course of action is to hide out. And what better way to hide out than Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion? Unfortunately, we're too low for that spell. So instead, what we got is a graviturgy wizard and some know-how, as we indeed create a lovely box fort with its own columns and a lovely front door that may or may not exist as a minor illusion. Truly makes us a lovely entrance as a barrel. But indeed, all for naught, because we did not quite discover goblins waiting for us at this toll booth, and instead discovered you. Exactly.
Yeah.
And as we get closer and figure out exactly at what point one quaffs a potion of water breathing in a combat on a raft, Misfits, this is where we begin our session. Good luck to you all.
And so, in this moment, as you can see this happening, Grimgob, you did have a firebolt that you were letting off. So let off this firebolt, and then I can have everybody roll for initiative.
Some steam.
Let's see.
It's completely whiz.
It's
That was,
probably gonna whip 14. On
14,
rope.
you hurl this, and in this moment, you line up perfectly through the rocks, through the kind of sound that these creatures are making as they break free from the mud that you can see is actually just floating elements of fat and skin.
Ew.
Gross.
You are almost perfect with this fireball, but you miss by one.
Damn.
And it straight by, and you can see the edges of this fiber just as it just singes ever so slightly, and you can all roll for initiative.
Damn.
15, very, very close.
I'm going late.
Oh
I'm
no.
going late. It's not so bad though, because we hit a point where
No!
Anybody natural 20?
Yes!
come on now.
They're actually
Okay. Natural 20, that was for Nora.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody 25 to 20?
No.
20 to 15?
16.
17.
Okay, 17 for Rolf, 16 for Emmy, 15 to 10?
12.
There we go.
Okay, 12 for Grimgob. And then what about 10 to 15? Or sorry, 10 to 5. Wow, okay. What about you, Julie?
Chicken.
3.
4.
Okay. What is your dexterity score, Tonky?
0.
0 for Tonky.
Ooh, I like that question.
Yeah. It's a 10 if that matters.
Okay. And then, Thule, what is your initiative score?
My initiative score or my dexterity?
Sorry, dexterity score, sorry.
12.
12. Okay.
I also like that question.
So the way that this works out, very interesting. Nora will be beginning, followed by Ralph and Emmy. Then an entity will go, then Grimgob, then Tonky, then the Lemurs, then Thule, and then at the very, very end, the chains will go. Actually, Captain Mar is going to go at initiative 10, as will the boat. Okay. So,
Over there.
Nora,
Yeah.
you are starting us off. Let me pull up our battle cam. As this raft kind of lazily floats towards this area, you can see the mud begin to bubble and these creatures emerge. The chains rattle and animate out of the water. What would you like to do?
Well, at least the toll won't be paid. That's fine. Nora kind of shimmies her way up to go through and bless Tonky. Let's see who else is up there. Grimgob and Ralph.
Nice. Me hashtag
Oh,
laugh.
thank you.
There are rings.
There sure are.
The gold ones, I believe.
And a concentration for
Dark blue for concentration.
me. And because I'm just a level 4 wizard, that is all.
There you go. You step forwards and you just hope that your allies in front of you are going to be able to carry you through the day. And that hope manifests as something far stronger.
I don't weigh that much. It should be fine.
That is your turn. Nora, that brings us to Ralph. Emmy, you're on deck.
Okay, so considering there's like nothing in range and all the things that I can do that are helpful are unfortunately like distance things. So my bonus action, I'm going to cast a spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I'll get that out early because I have a feeling like that might be helpful considering it can fly. And then for my action, I think I'll just hold my action as a readied hammer attack should an enemy come within melee range.
Sounds good. Can you put that out there for the holy weapon? So you cast this spell on... Where are you putting it?
So I'm going to put it essentially next to Tonky
Okay.
for right now, and then we'll see how it goes.
She holds out
So-
her hand to shake it.
Tonky, Grim, Nora behind you. You all kind of step up, preparing yourself to fight. This hammer into place. That is your turn, Ralph. That brings us to Emmy.
Looks like everything is still quite some distance away. So, we're going to guiding blast
Okay. At who?
on the one that I can see, which I think is that one.
Okay. Yep. Kind of arising out of the water.
For 17.
17 is a hit.
Nice.
For 1.
Every little bit.
What kind of damage
It's
is
a warning
that?
shot.
Force.
Force. And the force damage does the full amount that you would expect. Actually, technically not, because you always expected to do more than one. But you fire, it goes across, and at least, unlike Grimgob, you hit your target. But it just is swallowed. As it strikes, there is a loud tss, and then as it just kind of eats this damage. Anything else, Emmy?
No.
Alrighty. Emmy, you use your blast. That brings us to this other entity. So, give me 1 second here.
1 is better than 0.
Yeah.
It's true.
Thanks for the
up
optimism,
on
Talon.
this sort of tower, from the darkness, there is as 2 projectiles come flying towards you. The first one is only going to be a 12 to hit.
Nope.
And then the second one is going to be much better, 19 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. Tonki, all of a sudden, a little spine, reminiscent of the manticores, though significantly smaller. It just right into you. You take 5 points of piercing damage, plus, as it sinks into you and the blood begins to kind of emerge, the spine sets itself on fire. Just, and you take 2 additional points of fire damage. That is going to be their turn. That brings us to Grimgob.
Just a self-immolating.
What was that? That just...
As an action, would you like to make a perception check? It's difficult to see from where you are.
Okay. Are they within 90 feet?
There's
Do you have a
another
ruler? Where'd the ruler go?
Oh,
So many rulers.
we all had a rule.
They are.
Okay.
I can tell you that for sure.
Okay. If that is the case,
Because they
I
are
would like
within
to
90 feet.
extend an invitation to them to
Okay.
board our ship. Make a Constitution saving throw.
What language are you speaking?
Sorry, I'm just casting Vortex Warp. I'm casting the language
Too much-
of magic.
Too much flavor.
Con?
Yeah.
13.
Oh, where is that page? I think it's... He needed a 14.
Ooh.
He is welcomed onto our ship as he is teleported right next to Tonki.
So you teleport this individual. They just fly right into the space, and suddenly you can see, looking around, very confused, blue skin, almost like they are a porcupine kind of growing out the back of their head. This looks like a tiny, impish creature. It holds a little spear. The quills that came into Tonki's leg are from this creature's tail. You can see 2 empty spots where they have just been flung out. And there's a number of them kind of embedded still in there. They look confused.
Hey, Tonki, I think this one will hit you. It's your turn now.
Would that count?
Grimmy.
Would that count as being within my bonking range? I am here.
Yeah.
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
Yes, it would.
Okay,
Absolutely.
I would wish to bonk.
Sure. So as they suddenly appear here, looking around a little bit confused, you bonk. Make your attack roll.
Ooh, 18 on the die.
That is going to be a hit.
Hell yeah. Guys, get ready for this 1d4 damage.
Nice.
Woo! That is a grand total of, I believe it's 3 bonking damage.
You bring the hammer down and just slam onto this person. They pull up their tiny spear, and for just a second, they cross, and you feel surprising resistance in this tiny little body, but you do deal the 3 points of damage
I
to
apologize.
them.
It's a +2. It's 4 points.
4 points of damage.
Non-magical bludgeoning damage.
They're looking kind of hurt. Non-magical and bludgeoning damage does about half as much as you'd expect, so you were
Damn.
closer to right your first time.
You know?
Anything else, Ralph?
I think I'll just frown very hard. And that was my held action.
Fantastic. So, anything else? Grimgob.
Let's see. That's it.
Okay. You can see, this brings us to Captain Fergoni Mar. This little goblin, ears kind of down. They look a little bit stressed, but they look back at all of you. They see the hammer. They can see these bolts flying overhead, and they go, yeah, that's good. Hold him off while we ram this rope. And he's just going to attempt to run around towards the sail. And, shit.
Ram the rope.
Is the rope taut? I can't remember.
It is.
There's a taut rope right here, right? There's only
Then,
one rope.
then I accept the verb
Yes.
ram.
Okay, he's going to make an acrobatics check, because he's going to have to do a little fancy thing.
Oh.
Oh.
That's not great. Okay.
Oh.
Not
So you
so
watch
fancy.
Can I
as
captain?
Fergoni grabs a bit of rigging, snaps it with his dagger, sails this far, begins to loop around, and then just falls into the water right here, splashing. You can see this is an attempt to stylishly move around towards the sail to be able to unfurl it. and generate a little bit more speed. No. And then there's just a splash as he goes into the water.
Those
That
of
is
us
his
inside
action.
the fort can't see that, right?
Correct.
Okay.
He does.
We just hear a splash.
He is now going to action dash. And since he doesn't have a swim speed, he still can't. How does he not have a swim speed?
Who's controlled?
There's so many sailors who can't swim.
It's very true. And he relies very much on not falling overboard. So he
like
just
doggy
splashes into the water. He basically tells you guys to deal with it, and then just looks like he abandons it. But the boat, and the boat continues to move. It doesn't pick up speed, and so you continue to sort of lazily list along. That is 5. That is 10, 15. That is 25.
Oh, this was his plan. His plan was to get to the back,
Yeah.
and he just needs to get in the water so the boat will move past him, and then he'll get back on.
Where the
We goblins are smart. We goblins are thinkers.
Suddenly, this emerges underneath the waves, and it goes, "It's all working!"
It's all going according to plan.
And he's just like doggy paddling furiously towards this craft. But that is his turn. That brings us to Tonki.
Okay. Tonki, seeing the guy next to her, is just gonna reach out and grab him.
Okay. This is competing. Oh boy. Okay.
I'm not big, so I don't have advantage.
Oh no, you're probably not gonna make it then. 6.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah. That's a 6 with an 8 on the die. So you just grab this guy. One hand just closes around their whole body, their arms, just completely holding them. Their ears go straight, their tail goes down. They are just suddenly like grabbed, taut. They are grappled.
And cool. I have done that, and now what I'm going to do is
Love checking things off the checklist.
I guess that's it.
Okay.
We're not gonna go big. Me topple this whole ship.
Especially right here with everybody kind of piled towards the front. That would be rough, especially as you move towards Tonki. If you got really heavy and you didn't knock the ship over, you could dip the whole ship underneath this rope and then just clothesline the whole party straight off. That'd be pretty cool, including the mast and all of the belongings.
Yeah, you know what? I want
what-
to retcon my turn now.
What height is the rope at? Because I'm assuming that it's at clothesline height right now, but what height is the rope
It's
at?
at the height that it will catch the very top of the deck and then just scrape the whole thing off. On a larger ship, it would completely like cut the thing in half. Arguably, you guys would like survive, but like everything will get scraped off the top.
I see.
It will scrape like the first layer of wood off the top as well, which is probably not good if you want to continue to move in like a controllable fashion.
Before I end my turn, as a free action, she's gonna yell out, "He threw a spine at me, and it went fire type." What?
You shout that out.
And that's my turn.
That brings us to the Mudlamers.
The mud what?
The Mudlamers.
The mud.
They do have a swim speed,
Hate that.
but are still going to need to dash to climb up onto this with you.
Prefer that. But
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 will also need to. There is no mast there, so they're standing where that little pole is. And then
Where's Wingy Guy? Wingy Guy grapple.
25. Oh, they will get to make an attack against you, Tonki. And then they will down here. And they can only get here. They will dash up to the front as well. So they're all just now climbing, almost like a single entity of like flesh and mud oozing together in this viscous, fatty substance over the edge. Only one of them gets to make an attack because most of them had to rush in. Tonki.
Yeah.
They are, you know what? They're going to attack the boat. Forgot why I did this. So they reach back with this puny little arm. This creature is just an amalgamation of flesh and muscle that have been stripped away from the bones of a mortal man. And so very, very weak is this. But they reach back and then just slam it into the deck with punch. That is going to hit. They are a siege monster.
Uh-oh.
And so though they are not very strong, they are going to be dealing 6 points of bludgeoning damage to your ship. The front of the ship just kind of rattles a little bit, and there's no cracks that form. But Tonki, you do need to kind of hold your position there for a moment as they wobble the boat.
That's not right.
Captain Mar just goes, "It certainly isn't good." They're just swimming towards the boat, but that is the lemurs. That brings us to Thule.
I'm going to say to Emmy, wait, this one. Be careful. And then I'm going to cast.
Emmy next to you, a barrel just leans over and goes, and the little barrel opens up and goes, "Be careful." Very Disney-like.
Nathair's Mischief, and I want to do it in a cube that's like here, catching the ones on the edge.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
that then when it moves this way, presumably on the ship, they will still be in it.
Ideally, absolutely. So what is the saving throw for that?
I believe it is. I just roll on the table, and then it depends.
There you go.
So
Roll on the table.
take my little guy. It's stuck. There we go. 3. Each creature in the cube must succeed on a wisdom saving throw,
Okay.
or it begins to giggle until the start of my next turn.
Wisdom, you say.
Yes.
All right, we're starting off with a 1, then a 2,
All right.
then a
Wow.
6, and then we're capping it off with a 9.
All right. They are all giggling and incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
Incapacitated, you say.
Incapacitated.
Damn. They giggle. And in this moment, they don't have any throats or anything like that, but you can hear the kind of flesh just begin to... And there is these limbs that reach out and kind of touch what would be bellies. It's grotesque, this sort of imagery, but they are incapacitated as they continue to just laugh.
And that's it for me.
Fantastic. That is your turn, Thule. That brings us to the chains. Okay. So these 3 sets of chains animate up. They are going to snake through the water. Okay. But as they float up, Tonki, they are not attached to anything.
No.
Ghost chains. Spooky.
Thule, you know me afraid of ghosts.
Spooky chains.
Just hitting something that's incapacitated. Incapacitates them.
Incapacitate.
Okay, thanks.
So one of the chains, ironically, has to dash. And so just really dashing is this chain, but the other 2 are not. And they are
become
going to use
capacitated.
multi-attack to make 2 slam attacks each, and these chains, they are siege monsters. The first one will make an attack against
Yeah.
Grimgob, who's throwing spells around. Grim,
Yeah.
you're taking 2 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
First one is going to be a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Second one is a 21 to hit.
That will also hit.
These chains rise up and they slam into you. The first one deals 5 points of bludgeoning damage, and the second one deals 4 points of bludgeoning damage as they just with these huge blows, seawater or freshwater actually just spraying across your face. That is the one attacking you, and then on the other side, Tonki, this is going to attack you twice. Tonki, does a 7 hit?
No.
And then what about a 20?
Yes.
All right, so this one just slams into you for 7 points of bludgeoning damage, hitting you right in the face. But that is all of the animated chains, bringing us to the top of the
My
round
glasses.
to Nora.
Okay. So I want to make sure, like, I am understanding my vantage point as
Sure.
far as, like, line of sight.
Sure.
Can I see around Ralph? Like, if so I can see weird flappy wing guy that Tonki's grappling.
Mhm.
Can I see these 2 lemurs?
Yeah, you can. You can see those 2. You can't see the one off to the
Not
side.
that, but you can see
Okay.
the
Another
lemurs.
one here too. I'm not sure
Oh,
where he is.
there's a third.
I'm not really sure where he is.
He's in there.
He's standing where that pole is because there's no pole right there. But
Oh, I
couldn't
see.
I just couldn't balance him on there.
So 2 of them are on the ship?
Correct. 2 of them are on the ship. One is like hanging off of it, or the other 2 are like hanging off the front.
Okay.
We will upcast it then. Where spread the damage? Magic missile did this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy.
Okay, 1 each.
Yes.
Fantastic. Go ahead, roll your damage.
Flappy wing guy. 2
points of damage. What kind of damage is that?
force damage.
Force damage. This is a full amount that you'd expect.
Lemur on the boat. 3.
Okay.
Lemur in the water, your choice. 5.
Very nice.
Other lemur in the water. 2.
There's
taking
all the
damage.
You're firing these little magic missiles. One hits the creature that Tonki is grasping. You can hear this creature just kind of shriek, and these other creatures just kind of swallow this. Parts just sloughing off, but they don't seem to care. Anything else?
I think I did something good. And then like a little like feline body kind of like wriggles out from one of her like cloak pockets and kind of just perches up on Ralph's shoulder to provide help.
There you go. You apply the help action, and that brings us to Ralph.
Alright, cool. So, absolutely horrified with the strange creatures coming upon the board on the ship, and also now chains. This is the weirdest trip we've ever gone on. 5, 10, 15. I think that's 20 from the single diagonal to get the weapon there. I will target this boy.
Okay, the one uninjured lemur, spreading the damage.
Yes. For a very important reason. So with my bonus action, my spiritual weapon will attempt to bonk the lemur. For a grand total of 14 to hit.
14 is a hit. This creature, just a mass of flesh and mud and blood. This thing is not hard to hit.
Oh, hooray! That's going to be 8 force damage.
8 points of force damage. Just a full amount that you'd expect. And that hurts them bad.
Bam.
Excellent. And then, after doing that, Ralph is going to lock eyes with a strange creature that Tonki's holding, and toll the dead.
Okay, very nice. That is a wisdom saving throw?
Yup. Yarp.
That is going to be a 7.
Hooray! We told the dead.
Roll the big die.
This
Roll
is 12.
the big die.
I need to always check what the 12 is because I.
Pardon me. They do have magic resistance.
Okay.
Lower.
Okay. Excellent. I never get to roll this one. Oh.
Never fails.
I got a 2.
There you go. Every little bit counts.
2 points of necrotic damage.
Hey, 2 is more than 1.
Loudly.
2 is more
Which is
than
more
1,
than
and 1
0.
is more than 0. We're getting better.
Just as loud as this creature can. There is just this dong, and this creature winces away. The bell itself almost operates over their head as you have them kind of held still. Anything else, Ralph?
I think Ralph would just be like, it's working!
So you hear Nora say, I think I did something good, and then Ralph yell, it's working. The twins are excited, but that brings us to Emmy.
We're gonna write books about us.
I hope someone takes care of this room before we end up being scraped off the boat.
Me too.
I'm gonna try. Emmy is going to cast Flaming Spheres
Oh
on the rope.
Okay.
no!
It ends up being a dexterity saving throw. I don't know if you how you want to do that with a rope, Joe.
A
but-
top rope, no less.
Fail that. Give me 1 second.
That's a penny off that.
Flammable objects not being worn or carried are ignited. So I will say, using that spell, no roll required, they fail. And this rope, again, just a rope. You see Grimgob's tiny little fireball just and skip off, and you just go, fuck that. There's just this huge 5-foot diameter sphere. It is just like your spell, Grimgob, amplified to like the 10th degree, and then just hurled. It's not as elegant. It isn't like a perfectly crafted arcane spell. This is just sheer will that goes across and just annihilates this rope. You can see the two sides just splash into the water on either side, and the rope
I'm
has
picking
been
mine.
vanished.
I need new spells.
It also lasts for a minute, and I can move it as a bonus action.
Hey!
So it's gonna come sit right here, right in that middle.
Do you have a thing for it?
I do
Here,
not.
you can use this for now.
High enough that it's floating above.
Yeah.
the
So it's
deck.
not igniting the.
But on the end of
Just burn the whole boat.
I'm gonna steal it.
Oh,
They're full of
Laser
So-
cutter.
Oh, that's
So it's
better.
a
Yeah,
That's better.
I
more
just made
visible.
that same realization where it's like, oh no.
That's okay.
So-
She can drop it
any
real quick.
creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of it makes a dexterity saving throw and takes damage.
And they
Very
can't
nice.
because they're incapacitated.
That is your turn.
That is my turn.
Okay, that brings us to this spined devil who is in the grasp of you, Tonki. As an action, they're going to attempt to break free. That's pretty good for them. 14.
I got a natural one.
Hell
And with
yeah.
plus, it's 2.
This little guy just bites your fingers as hard as they can, and they just fly free. They are going to immediately
Still ate
create
his
a little
action.
bit of distance here. That did it. Take their action.
It
they're
did
so
donate
small.
their action.
Look at all those attacks of opportunity, though.
Oh, yum.
And they're going to fly up to here. Now, before you take an attack of opportunity,
Oh no!
as that occurs, they bite your finger, they snicker, and then dart under your legs. And rather than fly, they just run really fast between your legs. They have a feature called flyby. They do not provoke opportunity attacks when they leave the range.
No!
That's
0%.
I
When they
didn't
fly out
want
of
to
an
use my
enemy's
reaction
reach.
anyway.
So for flavor, they just run between your legs to get free in this chaos, and then they take off from the edge of this boat and then just sail to the edge of this rock. That is their action. That is all that they can do on this turn.
Where did he get to? Because I have
He's
a
up
thing.
there.
Up there. Okay. Is that I would like to do a thing as my reaction at the end of his turn.
Sure.
Someone measure, see if that's within 30 feet.
I don't think it is. I
I
believe
got
it's
you.
45 feet away.
Nope.
Nay.
So close.
Okay, in that case.
If you were to stand on a couple of these lemurs, then yes.
I did, yeah,
If you
but
were
it's a
to
reaction, so I
hold
can't
your
move.
action, the boat will probably put you in range of it.
It's a reaction though. So.
It's
Yeah.
a reaction on the
Oh,
end of his
never
turn.
mind.
Okay, I got nothing.
All right, that is a spine devil. That brings us to Grimgob. And the boat moves.
I'm just gonna pretend these are all grimers.
You can see
So-
you can see the rope is just incinerated and now falling into the water. There is just kind of open water in front of you, but lemurs all around. What do you want to do?
I'm worried about this flaming sphere. Is it like on the water? Is it in the air?
It's in the air. It's
in the
above
air.
the deck.
If the boat keeps moving forward, is it gonna hit me in the face? Assuming it's, you know what I mean? Because it's on our path of direction.
Yeah,
so
oh,
I'm
for
trying
sure.
to figure
It
out.
would be karmic justice for bringing Tonki down earlier.
Very good.
There's
All
mild
right.
intent.
Okay.
He's got a rebellious streak that I wasn't anticipating.
I'm gonna try to get these guys off our ship. I'm gonna cast Thunderwave at 2nd level, and I think it's gonna hit all 5 of these.
I believe so. Yes, absolutely.
And I think one of them is gonna be pushed through the flaming sphere. I don't know if that's gonna do anything.
It's ending the turn, I believe, through there. But let's see. I don't know that they'll survive.
That's a terrible roll. Just 8.
So do they make reflex saves? Or sorry, not
They
reflex.
don't because they are
Incapacitated. They automatically.
I mean, it
fail.
does say if the sphere rams into them, they must make the saving throw against the sphere's damage.
So yeah, that's what I'm going to say, and because they're incapacitated, they fail. So very, very cool spell. As you cast this ability, you thrust your tiny little hands forwards. You just saw Emmy create a huge ball of fire that was significantly larger. You have to prove your strength, and so you summon up every ounce of magical strength that you can, and just explode it out forwards. All of this mud and stuff, it isn't just one burst. It is like a wave of force where it just pulls layer after layer of flesh, mud, and blood away until nothing stands on this deck. How much damage was that?
Only 8.
Only 8, but
8 thunder damage.
they are not immune to thunder damage. That is the full amount that you would expect.
So that hit 3 lemurs and 2 chains. The chains do The Mur.
2 chains.
2 chains.
The chains, I don't think are incapacitated, so they probably get saves. It's Constitution saves.
Yes.
They weren't in the square anyway, or the.
They're also chains.
Can chains laugh?
That is a 1 and a 5. It's
Yeah,
creepy.
They both fail, so 8 to them, and everything gets knocked back. Get off my boat!
I'm so annoyed.
How
by
far
that.
back
Oh
do they
wait,
go?
they have a turn. So I was gonna sword.
What was that?
How far back?
10 feet.
10
So they're all
feet.
10 feet this way.
So 10 feet this
More
way.
into the.
This could provoke an attack of opportunity from you, Vincent. From you, Tonki.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
Oh, and the chains, this chain too?
Is that it would get this chain too with that lemur as well?
It doesn't get that one.
Okay,
it got
okay, that's where I was
it got
confused.
these 5.
That makes sense.
Because that one was like behind Tonki.
That
I didn't
makes
want to hit Tonki.
Oh, you're learning, me
Miss.
friend.
This comes into contact with the spear, takes
That way.
6 fire damage.
So that one first, it just gets, and all of this like fat and muscle just ripples away, but you can see just like the elements of muscles coalescing back before it just incinerates through this bolt of fire. One of them is dead. That was, you said 8 for each of them? Vincent?
Yes. Are these things small or medium?
And the second lemur is dead as well. That is, they are medium creatures.
Okay. I'm gonna add 2 damage to one of the. It's the chain medium.
The chain is medium.
Okay. I'm gonna use Fury of the Small. This chain is bigger to me, and I don't like it, so I do an extra 2 damage to it.
Really, channeling into this inferiority that you feel for just a moment, you turn everything up to the highest degree that you can, and it pays off. Anything else, Grimgo?
Let's see. There's a fire sphere in front of my face, so I'm just gonna sidestep it.
That's
Oh
a
wait,
good
did I
idea.
get my attack of
Opportunity.
opportunity?
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Not yet.
Huh?
Do anything unless you end your turn within 5 feet.
That's gonna be a 21.
Yeah, but it's the ship is gonna move and
21
ram me
is
into the
a
fire
hit.
sphere. I think.
For 6 points
Good
of
thing
bludgeon
it's
of
not
regular
just a boat of
ass
alcohol.
bludgeoning.
6 points of regular ass scorching damage.
No.
I'm not. Did I have 2 attacks?
Oh.
I only.
No, but
Sorry.
you could have, in theory, hit the lemur or the chain.
There-
The lemur.
Okay.
There is one more thing I want to do. Use my bonus action just to kind of telekinetic shove the goblin just a little bit closer to the boat.
Okay,
5 feet.
fantastic. Yeah.
Hey, get back here!
And you can see it's like they just take one big stroke and suddenly they're just yanked too far. Absolutely, they're a little closer. Their fingertips touching the edge. That is your turn, Grimgo.
Yeah.
That actually brings us to the captain's turn. So couldn't be a second sooner. They
Could've happened to
swing
a nicer
right
guy.
back up. And they are going to make it to this mast. They unfurl the sail. And on their turn, no longer moving just 20 feet. Okay, so
I'm slightly worried about how this is gonna shake out now.
No, I think it's good. We're about to ram everything.
Yeah, but they're
Including a
gonna
giant ball of
ram us
fire.
right back.
this is the thing that is a little concerning here.
Yes, I agree with that.
The giggle,
So
the
that's
giggle
gonna
square, or the giggle cube.
Okay.
Oh no.
No, that is not the giggle cube. That's the
So a
fire.
couple things are happening.
But there is
here.
also the giggle
There's
cube.
also the
That is
giggle
true.
cube.
I was also worried
The
about the giggle cube.
is preferable
But
to
you
the
can-
barbecue.
Yeah, but you could just it's a concentration.
It's concentration.
You always forget what you're doing.
5. There we go.
I do it all the
What
time.
about is flame sphere concentration?
So
Oh.
It'll be fine.
Oh dear.
This
this is flaming sphere, right?
Yes.
Any
Can you be
creature.
affected by your own giggle cube?
Remember to a creature. Barriers.
So.
Ignites flammable objects not being order carried. So, man, as the ship goes forwards, this flame bolt just kind of stays where it is. First, the lemurs are struck by the raft, and they just kind of, and you can see parts of them like drifting in the water behind, almost leaving like a greasy wake. The chains kind of get wrapped up. Parts of them try to hit you, but they're also just kind of being run over by the ship. And then the firebolt strikes the first of those barrels.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
We should roll for whether it's full of alcohol.
No,
or
I
like
know what's
no.
in these barrels.
or like
It's
rice.
all alcohol.
Oh, it's all alcohol. We know that. I
Yeah,
think that was.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's the one dry one that he's been sampling, getting high on his own supply.
First,
This is
it is
horrible.
going to be a dexterity saving throw from Grim,
Oh no! I'm
from
too
Ralph,
close.
from Nora.
Not to be pedantic, but
What
having
kind of-
entered the cube, do they then need to make a save to
Yes,
not
they do
become
also,
incapacitated beforehand?
Yes, they do. Though they're not entering.
It doesn't say whether it happens when something enters. It just says each creature in the cube.
I thought it was start their turn.
I think it's starting their
Yeah.
turn. Yeah,
It doesn't say.
I'll double
Oh.
check after.
You always roll at the start of your turn,
Yeah, but
and then the effect
the
happens, which is
effect
each feature
happens.
in the cube. So I don't think it's a
So
persistent.
I
then
agree,
that,
yeah.
But I think it's that that effect
It's-
is persisting until the next time.
I think it
when
also depends on the
changes.
effect. So give me 1 second. I'll look at it.
Okay.
So as this pushes
'Cause,
through,
like, this one was
actually
difficult
everybody is
for-
going to need to make a dexterity saving throw. With the exception, actually, of Donkey.
No way! That's good, because
Am
I don't like
also
what I rolled.
safe?
This is
'Cause I'm
plus.
back here.
No, you are not.
It is
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Basically, every barrel that fireball touches along that way is full of high-proof rum, and so they explode and explode and explode. There's just a down this, and the whole craft begins to list probably pretty badly. One second here.
Ooh, okay.
Can you roll
Fire
damage?
right?
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
It's fire damage.
It is
for
fire
us.
damage. It is what it is.
Which is because
roll damage.
I rolled lower than you. 4.
This ship is still technically seaworthy. It's not doing well. As the smoke clears, first, who rolled below a 15? So for the two of you, you take that full amount of damage. You just take the four points of damage.
2 points.
But more importantly, the burst from this explosion, 4 barrels full of rum exploding, creates a pretty good amount of concussive force. The two of you are just knocked 10 feet off, which just splashes you in the water, I believe.
We are currently surrounded by
That is true.
objects.
That is true.
So would we take bludgeoning damage?
I'll say bludgeoning. That makes
Okay.
sense. Give me 1 second.
Not that I'm trying to get us hurt more.
I would rather that than being sunk to the
You
bottom.
do take
of the
3
river.
points of
Okay.
bludgeoning damage each.
Because
But
you're wearing chainmail.
just explodes down, and as the smoke clears, all along the deck, it is just scorched and twisted. There is water kind of bubbling up. The products here have been damaged. You can see barrels that have been split open, and some of these crates contain actual like glass bottles full of alcohol, many of them leaking or popping now. But that is that is Captain.
Is it
Mark.
sink or swim, or is it flaming spirits? If you succeed, do you still take half damage?
It's half if you yeah.
Okay, so everyone takes half still.
But I don't think it's the flaming sphere is hitting them. They're just getting hit by the
It's
blast of the explosion.
Yeah, it's the explosion of the alcohol that you guys are taking damage from.
I mean, either way.
Yeah.
So
You
wait,
lose concentration.
no. Puff
Puff, yeah, does Puff pick a save?
Puff succeeded.
Okay, so Puff takes half damage.
Does Puff have 1 HP?
Yeah.
Puff has 2.
Oh, there you go. Tanky is Puff, but not tanky enough.
Was upset.
Tanky is
Or
Puff.
is very
As
upset.
the alcohol detonates, Puff just disappears in this wash of flames. That is Captain Mara's turn. That brings us to Tonki.
Are all the Lemures dead?
No, they're in the process of being keel-hauled. in
Did the
front.
ones in the
Right.
front,
Oh, but-
did they
and
take
they
any
have-
damage
they're
from getting
incapacitated.
rammed by the ship?
No, because they were like on the ship, really kind of climbing into it.
Oh no, I knocked them all off, so they're in the water.
Yeah, the ship isn't moving fast enough to do like ramming damage.
Damn.
Yeah,
They are incapacitated still
yeah.
until the start of my next turn.
Oh, that means they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, it still doesn't really do very much. I guess
I just don't know
technically,
Fair
if
enough.
they would like start sinking or.
yeah, technically, I guess they're under the boat, and so for purposes of that, you can't really hit them if you prefer. That works for me.
No, we can stay here.
So, that is Tonki.
Okay. Now am I within? Oh, that doesn't matter. 60 feet. Right, Tonki's gonna look up at the guy.
Okay.
And be like, now me put fire on you, and she's gonna attempt her. Oh, sorry. I have to throw a weapon at him, and then I can do the fire thing. So she's gonna pull out a hand axe and say that same cool thing, and then throw the hand
There
axe.
you go. It just catches on fire midair. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
And I think I'm not within 20, am I?
You might be. It's very close.
Let's check because
I don't think so. It doesn't look like
20
it.
is the
Do you
cube.
have the ruler has markers?
I think
on
you're
it.
at 25.
20 is the cube. The cube is 20.
You're
That's like, yeah, that's 25, I think.
Yeah, 25.
all right. Okay.
Although you can move closer.
Yeah.
I think
Is
there's
there
there's a spot here.
Because there isn't that post there either.
There is a spot right here.
I would like to.
There you
move
go.
closer.
You are now within 20 feet.
I already rolled. Do you want me to just roll again?
Why?
Because I rolled with disadvantage.
Yeah, just roll again.
I should have kept my mouth shut. That's gonna be 13 to hit.
13 to hit, and you're trying to hit the devil?
Yeah.
That is a miss, unfortunately. They are tiny and up on there on that rock. They are a tough target.
I'm gonna throw my other one.
Okay.
20! You tried.
Oh. Ah.
15?
That is a miss, unfortunately. Just barely.
Are you adding bless to those?
Yes, I am.
But he is tiny.
Action, sir!
There you
20!
go. You roar. And you hit. You. What are you attacking with?
Well, I threw my...
Are you saying you're using divine important, or are you saying please get a 20?
No, I'm using the portent.
Okay, alright. I don't think
Sorry.
I don't
You
think
need
you
to make
should
that
get
more
that.
clear.
Did not understand that at
It's
all.
okay.
I thought you were willing it to be a 20, but just like not mechanically. Okay.
I thought
I crit with my second hand axe. Second
Okay.
one, right?
There you go. So,
Crit.
roll damage, double damage on the dice.
Okay. So I haven't used my axe. All right. So that's gonna be so 14 points of slashing damage.
Very nice.
And
Is this magical?
No, afraid not. But the most important thing is that I hit because now I'm gonna attempt to fire rune him. Strength save, please. DC 12.
Okay. Is this a magical ability?
It's one of my runes. I don't know. I would have to look up whether it's like explicitly.
Okay, don't worry about it for now. Well, because it would give me advantage, but I'm not taking it unless you would just like me to.
No.
Okay. So that is instead just going to be a 3.
That is a fail. He is restrained for 1 minute. And he takes 8 fire damage. And he can repeat the save at the end or start of his next turn.
I think it's
At the end of his next turn, he can attempt to repeat this.
You strike them with this hand axe, it ignites midair, and as it hits, it is like ribbons of flame wrap around him and just pull him down into the stone. This fire, as it burns across them, does less damage than you would imagine. As a fiend, they are probably relatively resistant to flame, but absolutely, they are currently stuck up there and looking pretty rough.
Yeah.
Anything else, Tonki?
I think that's gonna be it.
Okay. That brings us to the lemurs. Ugh. Oh man, he's far away.
Could always dash.
It's difficult terrain, and so they're gonna be there. But Tonki, or no, not Tonki. Tuli, you are still in an illusion? No, you can't be, right?
Yeah, it can be.
You can cast spells through the illusion and not drop it? For minor illusion? That seems broken.
I don't think so. I think you have to.
So I'm gonna say...
I don't know if it.
Unless they clattered
I
back
think
onto
you.
the-
I mean, I think it would
last
just be.
time
It would
that-
just be that if they determine. I don't know if it. Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Doesn't say anything about it.
I think you rolled last time that if he's creating an illusion, like he can't see through the illusion. He knows it is one, but it's like
my
it's
face
like you.
is outside of it anyway. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Yeah, he was poking his head up. It was very adorable.
But I was like still within the physical fort,
Okay.
looking through the illusion, which would then
It does
make
last
it
for a minute.
Yeah,
clear
that's
that
what-
it's
that's what I was
visible.
looking for.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So they can't, until you do something in their immediate perception, they still believe that you are an illusion.
His face is sticking out of the illusion, though.
Yeah, to be able to see.
Yeah.
This looks like he's in a barrel.
Like a barrel with a face.
Yeah.
I think still probably Emmy's a much clearer target throwing fire around. So one will be attacking Emmy, one will be attacking Grim. Emmy, this mud lemur reaches forwards with this gross, just bloody hand. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
Yes, Joe.
You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage
I guess that's fair.
as this just right into you.
Do you think you can succeed on a concentration save for that, or is that
You can fail with the 1.
I'm good.
Grim God does a 7 hit.
10 is the minimum.
No.
This is a 7 hit.
No.
Okay. So this creature crawls on board, tries to strike you, unable to do anything. Both of the lemurs not able to do very much. That brings us to 2.
Oh, I understand now.
I like to pretend they're just really intimidated by M.
So,
Yep, maybe.
Hey, barbecue.
Yeah.
in
think
determining
for
what I'm
success,
going to do with this, I need to kind of know. So 20 feet. How high up is this?
I think we said 25.
Okay, so if I go up 10 feet, this is up 30 feet in the air.
So you're missing you're not hitting the boat anymore.
Okay. If I go up 5 over 5, then I can get it there, but I'm still
You're
missing.
choosing either the devil or the creatures on the ground, basically, because of the planes.
Yeah, well, I don't want to hit everyone, and that's kind of the thing, too.
Yeah, that makes it really hard.
So I think I'm going to move it up if I can get it up to catch him on the corner here. Like that.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to move that, and then the effect changes.
Roll the d4.
At this,
Smart.
2.
I've been slowly watching
2.
my reading.
Okay.
So
It's
that's flowers and a
very
deck
exciting.
save.
That is actually they're stacking conditions here. Give me 1 second here. They're not incapacitated. That is, they are blinded.
They are blinded until the start of my next turn.
Can't see.
But the lemures are no longer incapacitated, the ones that are alive.
Oh, right. They attacked us. They should have been able to.
Not every lemur was incapacitated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think the ones that died are the ones that weren't going to be able to attack. And then they had the one that was
gotcha.
kind
Yeah.
of brushed along the side.
It was the rogue lemur.
The cast off.
And then, yeah, I guess I'm gonna just use
Barbecue does.
Nice.
a starry wisp at the
Probably
lemure
smells
that is right next to me.
Okay, from outside of this barrel, it just pops open and a starry wisp flies out.
Maybe a hole with a cork. in it.
Yeah. The bunghole just.
That's a 19
That is it.
Listen,
for.
sometimes you just have a bunghole.
Oh yeah, 6 stars damage.
6 stars damage. Which kind of damage? Fire.
I believe it's
That was really
radiant. Yeah.
If it is radiant, that
It
is
is
the full
radiant.
amount that you'd expect, and this starry wisp from the bunghole enough to just this lemur into just mud.
This guy's blinded now. It's like up here.
So this
The
guy.
lone remaining lemur is blinded.
This guy.
Oh, sorry.
Wait,
can do this.
you
Oh,
turned
sorry.
him
Yeah, right, not lemur.
This move.
He's
Yeah,
blind.
that's
Okay,
floating
cool.
up
That
above
one's
you
gone.
guys.
Yes.
He's
sorry,
not
Joe was
blinded.
saying.
Oh, no.
I got messed up.
No, the lemur
I messed
is-
up in my,
No, it's
They
all
are
good.
dimly lit.
There's a lot happening.
Well, you can pull the one off next to Thule because that one's dead. So
Oh,
they got
nice.
starry wisp straight to death.
That's what. Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
There you go. So there's just a lone.
No, not in the water.
There's a lone remaining lemur.
So
It's
it's,
got-
it's
take off
the
the
blood.
And a blind spined
Take it off the wall.
devil, and a number of chains.
Yeah. The devil is blind.
And it
Anything else, Tuli?
Damn.
Not incapacitated.
Yeah, I incapacitated.
Oh,
Oh, no,
you-
sorry, restrained. Restrained.
My poor brain can't handle
That
this right now.
is it for me because you still have my bardic. Yeah.
That brings us to the chains.
No one needs healings. Right?
I guess that chain is just going to hit the boat. And then this one will also go to hit the boat. And then this one up front is just going to wail on Tonki.
Me born for wailing.
So Tonki, this chain just rises up off the deck and swings itself towards you. That, however, is only going to be a 9 to hit.
No.
The second end of it swings around, and that is going to be a little bit better with a 21 to hit.
Yep.
That hits you for 4 points of bludgeoning damage. As it strikes into you, you catch this, and it kind of almost pulls you off your feet. These seem almost designed for like destroying objects. The other 2 chains are going to each take 2 attacks against this ship. Wow, oh, that's a d12. That's why that's not going to hit.
I've done that
Still
before.
not good. That is a 3 on the die, a 7 on the die, a 3 on the die, and then an 11, which actually will end up hitting this craft. And so the ship takes an additional 6 points of damage for 24 total on the encounter. As that hits, I'll roll a save for the ship. Unfortunate.
Oh no!
Are we sinking, boys?
No,
Are we sinking, girls?
but the ship cracks.
Oh.
And
Are we-
suddenly,
Not the same.
Oh
That's
see, for a moment, there is this as like the wood creaks and groans, and then it splinters open. The back half kind of digs into the water for just a moment, but almost immediately, under the weight of the burning wood and the various bits of cargo and people on board, the front begins to slow down, and the back continues to maintain its speed with the sail.
yeah.
So, about to be rear-ended by your own selves. The ship cracks in half. That is the chain's turn. You have a smaller boat. You guys need a bigger boat. That brings us to the top of the round to Nora.
All right.
You guys ever play Raft?
Yes.
Yes, great game.
I do not like that game because
The shark?
of the shark.
Yeah, fuck that shark.
Yeah.
Shark's a menace.
Can Nora actually see anybody?
So as this has devolved into a inferno of fire, flying chains, spells moving all over, there are magic missiles and throwing axes through the air. It's pretty tough, but you can see from where you are currently situated a chain attacking Tonki. You can see the spine devil up above,
Okay.
and you, with full cover, might be able to see that other chain in the very back of the boat that just splintered the ship in half.
All right. Well, I assume that the full cover chain I cannot see. But if we can see the big fly thing up there, Nora's just kind of going to look up and say, ah! And there's going to be a bell that rings for Toll the Dead for a wisdom saving throw, please.
Please. You have
6.
That is a failure.
Yeah.
So finally,
Finally.
it only took 8 sessions.
No, it took like 4
8
sessions.
sessions.
I know.
It wasn't 8 sessions ago that I attempted this. Where's my D12? There it is.
So I give you my D12, but so far it
No,
doesn't roll very well.
thank
8
Points of necrotic damage.
8 points of necrotic damage, which deals the full amount that you would expect. Give me 1 second. Nora, as this bell rings around this creature, you can see it just almost apparates spectrally above this creature's head. They look around, blinded, restrained, on fire, and then this rings, and you watch the whole body rattle and the skin just off the skull as they are dead.
I don't think I'm gonna use that spell again.
Tonki's like, you killed a guy with it for the first time.
I was gross.
Tonki, there's like skin falling down near you. Anything else, Nora?
No, thanks. I hate it.
Okay, that is your turn, Nora. That brings us to Ralph.
I was wrong.
Okie dokie.
That
This
guy,
is slightly
if he dies,
complicated. I'm going to. Move the weapon up and hit the chain.
Okay.
Or at least attempt to hit the chain.
This is the uninjured
Almost never.
chain.
This is the uninjured chain.
What?
9.
9 is a miss, unfortunately.
Now, alright, so with that, the detaching of the boat is concerning.
It might not matter, but did you have less?
No.
That
But I
might
rolled
matter.
a 3 on
That,
the die.
that still might matter.
Plus 4, 13.
That is a hit.
Hey!
Oh.
These are not armored individuals, these are chains.
Hey! What is armor made of?
That's why they have an AC of 11, but
8.
still just chains. 8 points of what kind of damage?
Force damage.
Force damage, which is the full amount that you'd expect.
Awesome. Okay. So Tonki's currently in contact with the chain, right? And then there's Limmer on the other side.
Correct. Actually, the lemur is on the other side of Grimgob.
Okay.
He's tiny.
Yes. Okay.
How
Yes.
dare you?
He's just small. He's just small.
Okay, I do see just the top of Grimstaff from this angle.
Yeah,
Okay,
oh, for
all right,
sure.
all right, cool. That's what I'm saying. All right.
Catching
So
strays everywhere.
you really are. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I have an ability where if I cast a leveled spell on a ally, they can make a weapon attack. So
Okay.
that would just be for Grim, since he's holding a staff. It would probably just default to staff.
Or an unarmed strike, yeah.
So unarmed strike does count.
If you have, so this is an interesting place where if you had, I'm trying to remember what it's called, Warcaster, where you can make a spell as a, is that where you can make a spell,
As
touch
an
spell?
attack of opportunity.
You
Yes.
would be able to then do that. But if you don't have that feature, then it would need to be a weapon or something like that.
Okay, but so unarmed strike does count, though.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
I'm holding a staff though.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
it may be as effective as used by this.
No, I don't think so either.
no, it's one of those things where it was just like, if I target Tonki, then would it still trigger because it's not a weapon strike?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's why. So
No,
okay.
It would.
All right, cool. I will cast. Where is it? Yes. Oh, that's a bonus action. Dang it. JK. I can't do that because it's a bonus action. Then stupid student action economy. So instead, as touch, I will cast heroism upon Grimgob because he's in the line of fire now and he's a
Please
wizard.
want to be a hero.
Grimgob, the adrenaline in your body just swells as all of a sudden you feel mighty and larger than you ever have.
So you gain temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting ability modifier, which is a +4. So you get 4 temporary hit points, and now if you would like, you may make a strike against the creature in front of you.
Wow, I'm probably gonna hit strength, right? That's a dirty, filthy 20.
That is it.
4.
Absolutely.
Get him!
See.
It's a
Hey, you know what? Can I versatile two-hand this staff to just do a D8 of damage?
Yeah, absolutely.
just wind up real good.
Oh no!
Did you just do minimum damage?
I did 0 damage. I rolled a 1.
You wind up, you swing, it's like you're fighting in a dream, and it just goes straight through. It is like you're hitting a big mound of marshmallow fluff.
Talon.
It just rips this creature through, but does no damage.
I actually did 0 damage.
Amazing.
Talon, we rolled a 0.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
So, as this finishes,
I did it!
after you feel this surge of strength, you just feel an overwhelming sense of disappointment over you as Corral just stands behind you.
That really hurts.
Tangible
right there.
is this
That is
disappointment.
what hurts.
That's the end of my turn.
Anything? Oh, that's the end of your turn.
That's
Okay,
the end of
disappointed. Your turn. That brings us to Emmy.
Bonus action is gonna move this over, and we're gonna start boiling some chains.
Okay, very nice.
So that's they do get a dex save if such things exist.
They do.
They're wiggly.
But not
They are
well.
wiggly.
That is an 8.
Failure. for 8 points of fire damage.
Very nice. 8 points of fire damage. That is the one that was all the way forward.
And then
This parts of its links splinter off. You can see glowing cherry red, the water around it boiling as it conducts this heat. That is splintering apart, but still just barely by the edges of its links holding together.
would you roll that there's enough space for me to kind of maneuver my way over here?
Yes, that was the intent.
So I'm going to kind of make my way back and attempt to toss the captain a rope.
Okay. Phenomenal. I'll allow it. Why not? I would say for free, make a sleight of hand check.
15?
A 15 is good enough. You throw this rope and it just onto the deck. You can see he looks down, reaches for it, but that will happen on his turn. Anything else, Emmy?
That's fine. That was my bonus action, move the chain, and then my action to throw the rope. So.
Alrighty, that is your turn, Emmy. That brings us to Grimgob. Grimgob, overwhelming disappointment. You turn and Nora looms 1,000 feet tall over you. Sorry, Ralph. Wrong twin.
Both of them.
I'm a wizard. Why'd you tell me to hit him with the stick? I turn back around and I cast Thunder Wave.
Don't come out of my sister.
That is going to be Dex.
I believe it's Constitution. Let me double check.
If it's Con, that's a 10.
Con.
10.
Fail and fail. So the chains up here and the Lamar, they both take... I'm rolling terrible today. 5 thunder damage.
5 points of thunder damage, fully effective on the chains, which also like rattling apart, and on the lemur, almost enough to rip it into shreds, just barely. You can see.
If only I
it
did
is
some
just-
damage with my stick.
It is just the sinew holding its parts together, but this creature barely up.
They get pushed 10 feet, and Tonki, Tonki gonna attack Vartuti on the chains,
There you go.
right?
Yes, you can.
Don't see why not. Don't mind if I do. Natural 20.
Natural 20,
Nice.
absolutely good. Roll damage for that.
So silly. Max damage for a total of 12.
12 points of damage shatters this chain. As it is thunderbolted away, you grab it, swing it once all around. Everybody on the raft has to duck underneath as you do so, and then you just slam it into the rocks, and the links just splinter across this into the lake.
And then I'm gonna say to Tonki, do I know that the ship has been splintered? Like, is it obvious?
You felt like a pretty drastic amount of damage, and looking just to the right, most of the right side of the craft is just on fire. I mean,
Okay.
it's just, like starting to sink a little bit. This is in bad shape.
Okay. So Tonki's gonna turn to Grimgob, and Grimmy's gonna do some quick calculations. Tonki, I think we're gonna get rammed by the other part of the ship. Can you go and, try to catch the other ship?
Okay. So you
You and me, Grimmy, same wavelength.
absolutely. That brings us to Captain Mar. So
I
they-
want to do one more thing.
Okay.
With my bonus action, can I move over here and just shove this box into the water?
As a bonus action, where do you want to move to?
I'm moving here,
Oh,
but
just
I
to
want
the
to
edge?
use my shove just to knock that box into the water. 'Cause
Absolutely,
I'm
you
like,
can.
what's that?
You just yank this box down, and as you do, it pops open, and even more alcohol just spills out. Though a different brand, totally different brand of bottle. This is whiskey. Everything else that is kind of burning off and into the air was rum. And I would say it does look pretty fancy, but it just spills into the water, and you see these.
That worked out differently in my head.
And I will say the box floats, so you have another piece of terrain that you could jump on if you need to. Anything else, Grimgob?
That'll be it.
Okay, that brings us to Captain Mar. Give me 1 second here. They grab the rope, toss to them, and they're just they're not really sure what to do with this. So they're small. They're gonna wrap it and use their full movement to just run around and around and around the mast as many times as they can with this rope, and they just winch it a little bit closer. There's not a whole lot that they can do to physically hold it together, but they do manage to slow the momentum and potentially create a little bit more of a.
On the other side, holding it as well, trying to
Yeah, absolutely. Now, at least not a runaway craft is this. That is Captain Mar's turn. The ship is going to make we'll call it a saving throw to see how successful this is. And then with expert hands from this notorious boat captain. With your help, Emmy, kind of working together, you are going right between these huge pillars of rock that could easily capsize a ship. There is combat happening. The boat is on fire, but still you manage to maintain your concentration. And there is another slightly smaller rocking of this craft as you just rejoin. This will require extensive repairs at some point in the not too distant future, but for the next 10 minutes at least, this will remain afloat and together. And that's really all you need to think about right now. That is the captain's turn. That brings us to Tonki.
All right. Tonki would like to get back to where the sail is. Is this difficult terrain?
Yeah.
The
Are
barrels
these boxes
difficult.
actually here?
No, those got destroyed, but that is
It's
so
burning.
badly damaged. I would say that's still difficult terrain.
Okay, so
'Cause it's, like,
I
burned.
believe if I use my whole action, I can get to like this spot, which is at the edge.
That's 40 feet away. I believe.
Maybe I'm not.
Maybe 35.
So it's like that. To me, that says that this is like the 5 foot square. On
Yeah,
which
yeah,
she's
yeah,
standing.
yeah, I can see that.
Okay, cool. So she's gonna use her whole action to do that, and then she's gonna action surge to do something.
Do you have 2 action surge?
You already
again?
used your
Because
action.
you used
surge.
one before this combat.
No, remember it was I didn't get to that.
I because you rolled twice, and then I
Still.
have to say it before you roll. You action surge, and then you got the natural 20.
Yeah.
That's why
you
there was
did
that
use
second
it.
attack.
The second one was an offhand bonus attack.
I
No.
don't think so because when it doubled on the critical, what do you get for an offhand attack?
Oh, but I added 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry, okay. Forget it. My bad. Not action surge. But she's just gonna get ready. Be ready. And she's pulling out her carpenter's tools.
Absolutely.
Which she does have.
You can see for the very first time since this combat began, this goblin's ears perk up slightly, as that is exactly what they wanted to see in this moment. That
Someone
is
who
your
can fix them
turn.
up.
Yeah,
Tonki,
and as a
that
free
does-
action, she's like, and me have advantage.
Hell yeah. That does bring us to our last
also have
round here. Are
mending,
they?
but
They're
you know
not
what?
still
That's fine.
incapacitated, correct?
No.
So they're just going to ooze over to the edge of the craft, and they're going to take an attack against you.
Mending's
Grim.
gonna take a while.
I also have
We'll work
mending.
together. Yeah.
Yeah, it will
According
definitely
to
help though.
Spelljammer rules,
Grim.
1
What's
minute
up?
6 hit.
No.
Okay, this
spent
creature
equals 1d8
grabs
plus
at you from the
spellcaster
edge,
modifier
but the
and
boat
health
kind of
restoring.
half runs them over, and they just kind of get pulled along the edge. They cannot hit you.
Ha!
That is all of the.
I'm a hero.
That brings us to Thule.
There are no more targets visible to me from where I am, are there?
Probably
Can they
not.
only get
Um,
hours? Or is that a different spell?
I guess, are there any visible fires still on the ship?
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
Most of the front craft is all on fire. That whole front half,
Oh, it's
I
on fire.
guess-
like smoldering.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I would want to start
this is
trying
fine.
to fix the ship however I can to keep it afloat in this current situation
Okay.
if there are no more enemies.
So you get up, you kind of take elements of cloth, bits of like the debris that are laying around, and start trying to smother the fire. Make a sleight of hand check.
Where's my sleight of hand? That's a 18.
With an 18, as you kind of emerge from your illusionary barrel, you swing your umbrella into the river and just scoop up a big, almost umbrella full of water and just slosh it across this deck. This huge, billowing, almost sheet of steam in this place, but you douse these flames. Anything else, Thule?
You still have my bardic? That's it for me.
Alrighty, that brings us to the chains. Okay. So this chain is in the fire, right? Correct. And then the other one is probably just gonna hit Tonki. Yeah, and then from the fire, this will move towards Amy, but it will take damage. That's
I'm
a
tanking
save,
over here
right?
now.
It is a dexterity save, yes.
Saving throw. These chains, not very dexterous. It's a 6.
That is a failure, so it's taking 12 points of fire damage.
And as they move through the
Ooh.
fire, it just pops into little individual pieces and falls apart. That is a destroyed chain. So only a single one left. This one is going to attack you, Tonki. You are taking 2 attacks from this chain. 2 attacks from 2 chains. That is going to be not great. A 15 to hit
Nope.
and a 16 to hit.
Needs a beat.
There we go. We got one. One of these is able to hit you, and that is going to deal 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Dang.
But that is all that the chains can do. That brings us to the top of the order to Nora.
He's like, oh, me impressed, little chain.
Well, Nora can't see no nothing. Nora can't do a whole heck of a lot in this instance. That's a question. No, I would have to drop concentration on bless.
There's just like a curtain of steam now just rising up behind you as Thule douses the flames. You can hear Grim just laughing at something that is trying to attack him. There is a chain striking the boat from behind. What are you doing?
Okay, so all of this, it's bad that it's smoldering, yes?
It truly doused the flames.
Okay. Damn. I don't have a heck of a lot I can do here.
There's still 2 things we're fighting.
Yeah, I can't see them.
Ah.
Nora's been crowd controlled.
I have effectively been crowd controlled in this corner. Which section was the one that was smoldering? This section right
The
here?
one behind you, yeah.
And
along there.
there's no... And they're on the side! I guess Nora sees Bonky over there. Not Bonky, just regular old Tonky. We're not going to break up the ship.
Smonky.
Sponky. One of 2 chains is just in the water there.
Mm-hmm.
And I see the chain.
Yes, you can.
All right. I'm going to do the thing you should never do. I'm going to break the chain. Or at least try to. We're gonna try a thing. It might not have it.
Okay.
It needs a Constitution saving throw.
11.
Great. It's gonna take a D6 cold damage from frostbite. If I can find my D6 at the bottom. I just assume you're gonna succeed in every single roll that you do when it's me.
I mean, there's that one fight that was very, very lucky.
It was very recent too.
Yeah.
That's 3 points of cold damage.
Okay, it's the full amount that you'd
and you get
expect.
disadvantage on your next weapon attack roll.
Okay.
I don't know if a chain is
It
considered a
is
weapon
not-
attack.
Its
Damn.
own body is not a weapon,
Well,
nor is
it's-
it really a body. but-
It's both cold and hot.
There you
It's
go.
yes
icy hot
and it's
chain.
not.
So that is your turn. This chain after that is, looking relatively damaged, but that is your turn. That brings us to Ralph.
All right, we're learning stuff about chains. You know?
Bonus action, bonk the chain.
There you go. Make your attack. You can see your twin doing the same.
Great. That is going to be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is a hit.
Sweet. The Bacchanation. I'm sorry.
Are you?
No.
Good.
Okay. I can do math. I can't do math. Hang on. Give me a second. It is +4. Okay. 11. Yeah.
Ralph, tell us how it happens.
Oh. I think as she is so disappointed in Grimgob for missing his strike, she's
No, I hit!
that makes it worse. Actually. She's gonna channel all that frustration away from Grimgob into the chain so she can maintain her composure and not boot him off with a boat.
Absolutely. It takes everything in you, but you turn, and there's just this slam as the holy weapon strikes this chain. There is this righteous bolt of white radiant light, and the links explode off. As your ship kind of bumper cars itself slightly and rejoins, the lemur that is at your feet, Grimgob, is just run over by the boat. It had a point of health left. And so even though it technically isn't really taking any damage, that's enough. You run this final lemur over, and in this moment, though the ship not in the best condition that it could be, you are out of initiative.
The two pieces of it are like physically back together.
Yes,
though, Joe.
physically back together, though loose. It's held
So,
together.
I'm going to begin mending.
Okay.
And I believe that there's a rule I can restore 1d8 plus my modifier per hour with mending.
I believe so. I think it's from Saltmarsh.
Spelljammer, I believe.
I didn't take mending. I lied.
You can see the bottles of liquor are kind of like dropping down to the bottom of the lake. There are bits of like debris here. Emmy, as you bend down, you begin to kind of mend, and over the course of the next, probably, you imagine it'll take you about 4 hours to get this back to good shape.
Can we have that if Tonki's also working with her tools?
You certainly can.
Are we doing that here? Or off, like somewhere else?
So for the moment, you guys have kind of come to a gentle stop against this bank of rocks. It might be, and I would say Dr. Marr kind of comes up. He sees that you guys are working on this already, and he kind of brushes himself off and just goes, "You guys were really something. That was pretty good. Did you see the thing that I did?"
You nailed it,
Fall
buddy.
into the water?
Yeah, that was fucking sick.
I mean, you have to take big risks.
You did great. This is pats him on the...
Then you did great. You did awesome. And
You ain't even seen me big bonky form.
this isn't a big bonky form.
No, big bonky is much taller.
That's crazy. But thank you for also helping out with the ship. They just see you like working on it with Emmy.
That me job. Me and Emmy, we help around town. And what we do?
They turn around to all of you and they go, I mean, if you guys want to go and just take whatever you can find, it's sort of your right, I guess, as victors.
I go take whatever I can find.
Okay, Grim just
Yeah, I
hops right
would.
over.
What was he pointing at? On
I
the
would
ship or
assist.
in
the,
the tower?
the general
okay.
kind of tower area.
I do believe we will take whatever we can replace, since it is technically our fault for the explosion.
He looks over at the tower and he goes, "Oh, well, I mean, I think my friends that were here before made some deals with these devils they couldn't keep up. So, I mean, they're not going to be using any of this. They're dead for at least 10 days.
Wow.
At least.
What do you mean by that?
Well, we hate
well,
that.
I mean, you can't
Why
really
only
kill,
10 days?
Because you can't kill a lemur just with normal means. You knew that, right?
Oh, the creatures
Yeah.
are dead for. I thought you meant your friends were coming back in 10
Oh,
days.
those were my friends. Prior to the forfeitures of their souls, I'm sure.
Ah. How do you kill him, man?
Sorry, Captain
real.
Guy.
Oh, you know, you need to use some kind of holy mumbo jumbo. I'm not really familiar with it myself. I've heard holy water can do it.
Does this check out?
Make a religion check.
This is not. It has nothing to do with order or anything. I don't think I get my advantage on this.
No.
No, this is just a straight religion. 18.
In 18. You have heard that devilish and fiendish creatures have something called hellish rejuvenation, where it might not even be 10 days. It could be anywhere from 1 to 10. But they will be coming back if they are not killed, either by a good aligned creature. Oh, did you guys have bless spells cast upon you?
Mm-hmm.
Who had bless? Then they won't be returning within 10 days.
They're all
This
fucking
goblin
dead.
kind of turns around and just goes, "Oh, wait a second.
Ah, but I'm a hero.
Oh, of course you are. As are all goblins, but I mean, from what I mean is one of you has some sort of holy magic, and that seems to have done the trick. I think you've really laid the souls to rest. Good job. Good job on all of you.
Good job.
Sorry about your friends.
Oh, I mean, you know, working relationship, really. I would say associate more than anything.
Colleague.
That's a strong term too. Right, that's a very strong term. Honestly, I think ultimately this is sort of working out pretty well for us. Eventually it will cause problems along the riverbank, but that's later.
A problem for future us.
Well, we have a bigger problem also for current us, and that's that the alcohol is mostly gone. We're going to need to make a detour to pick up more.
Is there any up there? And she points to like the watchtower.
Grimgob is like hopping over to it right now. So Grim, make an investigation.
Quick question while he rolls.
Sure.
Would I be able to get my 2 flung hand axes back, or would they have gone? Like,
Yeah, I would say
into the
you
drink?
can kind of go find them. They're up there.
She takes a second to go do that.
Yeah.
And then returns to repair with Emmy.
14.
Okay. With the 14, you make your way through in some of these piles of like muscle and blood. There are scraps of fabric. You can find in some of them like pants and little pouches. And as you dig through, you do find a total of 2 gold pieces in various bits of copper and silver. If you, Tonky, as you go up to get your hand axes, there is the sort of like corpse of this little creature up there, and they are wearing something around their neck.
I would like to. Sorry.
On a little like leather cord, there is a vial of something very red, kind of like held within. It looks very viscous, still a little bit liquid.
Blood.
For you, on top of that gold, as you get up here and you kind of look into the top of the tower, there's an additional crate of this of a Calcaean rum, something that is very different than the stuff that you guys were all carrying. This is like a really dark, beautiful looking thing. It is called sugar marble, and it comes from Calcaeus. I would say Grimgob, you would probably know, since Calcaeus is from the Alliance and it's available in the Alliance. This is like, each of these bottles is probably worth about 10 gold.
How many bottles are there?
There are 10 bottles. There's like a full crate of them up there.
I would like to put my face really close to the bottle of blood and just inspect it.
Make an investigation check. Or make a, I'll say, Arcana check.
Are there any symbols on it that I could make my Arcana check
There's no
on?
symbols.
Okay. Well, Arcana check it is at Intelligence 6. So.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I rolled a 2, so 0.
Tonky.
Yeah.
Ketchup.
Oh no!
Oh, Grimmy gonna love this.
It's
And
some
she
kind of
takes
a,
it.
yeah, it's some kind of a special sauce.
Yeah.
You
have
got
any-
that
oh, sorry.
sauce.
No.
Does he have anything else on him while I'm up there?
No, he's like a little naked devil, so that was like really the only item. And that, in and of itself, Tonky, even with a roll of like 2, you're like, this weird. Because with nothing
really
else, this
like
is like a very
ketchup.
odd thing to have. Yeah, they must just love flavor. This is the mayor of Flavor
Flavor
Town.
Town.
So when she gets back to the boat oh, Grimmy's up there still, so never mind. She's just gonna wait for him to get back.
Yeah.
While everyone's like scattered, learning that these were once the guardians of this river, to some extent at least, I think Ralph would like to perform some kind of rites, even though they are technically like banished in the sense of like we did
Sure.
wholly strike them down. She might be right, just at least try to put some funeral rites
So as you
on
start
their.
to like perform a little bit more of like you grow somber, you sort of set up the space. The captain comes over and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing?"
I was going to perform rites for the fallen.
How long is that going to take?
Not longer than repairing the ship enough to move forward.
So we're going to stop and repair.
I assumed, considering it's in pieces and on fire.
I mean, it's not on fire anymore. And, I mean, it's mostly one piece now. But, no, I absolutely agree with you. The only thing to consider is this means that once we get to the lake, it will be nightfall. Do you all mean to cross in the dark?
Why we not just wait to sleep here?
That's mostly what I'm trying to say. Is
Oh.
we might want to start thinking about the rest. It's a bit early, but I mean, it might be safer here.
Me not think it a great idea to cross at night, right?
I would never do it.
Is there another place along here before the lake that we can rest?
There's sort of a soft bank that we could come along right at the edge of the lake, but I mean, it's really right on the edge, so it can be a bit dangerous.
That's the lake of conflict.
Yeah,
Is there a lot of conflict there?
a tremendous amount.
All right.
Don't worry, we always remember.
But it's actually named after Terry B. Conflict.
What time is it, roughly?
At the end of this combat, it is about 2 p.m.
It does feel really early to rest. How long does it normally take to cross the lake?
Oh, it takes a better part of like a day and a half. So, you know...
That's a big lake.
It is, but there's a place near the middle where it gets a bit shallower and there's not as much of a current, and it's relatively safe to pull up if we want a place to stop halfway through. But that would mean pushing really, really hard tonight to get there.
So either way, we're stopping before anyway.
Yeah, I would. I mean, we could, I guess, go in shifts. I don't really trust any of you to pilot the craft.
I
No
don't
offense.
trust any of us to pilot this craft.
Well, I have good instincts then.
I'm fine with stopping here and repairing fully before pushing forward.
You think that a good idea? If we go into conflict and boat not fixed, that like double the conflict.
I don't think I can swim.
You don't know for sure?
Yeah, what do you mean you don't think?
With all that armor, she'll probably sink.
Oh, me too, probably. Me also wearing armor, despite me flavor as barbarian.
Sounds good.
So he sort of nods and goes, all right, well, I really appreciate you folks helping me out. I guess I'll just sort of keep a lookout then. And he'll go and sort of just kind of climb up the mast. There's no place to like sit up there, but he gets a better vantage point. Mm-hmm. And you all take a little bit of time to repair and begin the process of a short rest and the repair of this craft.
Sweeping.
You sweep a little bit.
That's something we can do.
Is there anything that you folks want to do over the course of this long rest? Captain Mars, keeping a lookout.
Sorry, short or long?
Up to you guys.
Me think we should do extra long rest.
I think in addition to I'm working on the ship, Emmy would offer prayer of healing for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Good.
Are we just like docked up here?
I believe
Like-
so.
So yeah, you guys can pull forward a little bit and use the tower really as might as well be on the most well protected part of the structure. So you pull over, just kind of crossing the channel, and you can dock at that little island. Absolutely, you have a pretty good lookout of everything around. You can see why they chose this spot. It is like a good 100 feet either way, but you can see the shores on either side. You can see the jungle. You can see up and down the river. It's a very protected space to spend the night.
Yeah. After performing funerary rites, Ralph would help keep a lookout for at least the first shift.
Okay.
That would be 19 points of healing for anybody who chooses to be close to Emmy.
Very
when she does
nice.
that.
Sweep, 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 sweep.
Thank you.
Sweep, 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 sweep.
So you
Hey guys, look what I found. And he takes out the 10 things of Chaldean rum. This is Chaldean rum. It's the good stuff.
that's almost enough. I hate to ask this, but would it be okay if I just took that to replace some of the stuff that you all exploded?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's more than fair.
I mean, we're still going to have to make a little bit of a stop somewhere.
I think that would help balance the scales a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to need some bog rum.
Some what?
Bog rum. That's rum that's grown in the bog.
I was thinking like bulgrum, like the grain.
Nah.
How deep is this river?
How deep? It depends on the part, but right here, I mean, maybe no deeper than about 30 feet.
How visible is it when you look over?
If you look over, you can see the tops of some of the rocks that are like rising off the bottom. It's relatively clear, but just through the sheer depth, and especially at the time of day with the light kind of hitting the trees behind, kind of hard to see the bottom, but it's not like impossible. It would be challenging for something to like sneak up on you underneath the boat.
What?
Grim, could you fish those other bottles out?
Oh. I mean, if we're going to be spending the night, I have a friend in the area who could just fish them out for us. He's a fisher. He's sort of a hermit, and he would probably enjoy the protection that you all offer, and he could just fish nearby. But he could get the bottles for you.
Oh, I could probably do it. And
We got a wall.
I will cast Mage Hand and start as if we're spending a lot of time here, just try to grab stuff with the mage hand and bring it up.
Nora can do that.
Absolutely.
But Nora would also have like 10 minutes of thoughts and prayers for Puff and cast Find Familiar.
Okay. And for once, thoughts and prayers do something. As well, it's really the 15 gold pieces worth of
10 gold.
10 gold pieces worth of items, but
It smells real great.
It does.
These thoughts and prayers.
really nice incense here. So all of you set about
Thanks.
these
I
various
master
tasks.
smell the
The
burning
two of
lemurs.
you use Mage Hand to pull out individual bottles over like the course of an hour. You don't need to roll to make a check. You're able to do this, pulling out the rest, and you imagine that you probably have enough to make up for the loss of the exploded stock. Now, if you lose any more, you've used up all the extra that you could find kind of on the river. You're kind of hitting the caches that exist.
We have harvested our alcohol from the waters themselves.
You hit it with a pickaxe and the alcohol comes out.
No.
While we're all just hanging around,
Good idea.
Captain Mar is going to go, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get him. He's just going to off the boat.
Tonki's gonna go over and be like, "Hey, Grimmy, look what that creepy demon guy had on him." You take me hold it out so you take it. Me
I
not
take it.
want to hold me out like this for a long
So,
time.
I should look at things first, since just to see if they're cursed. That's
Me
prob-
did do that.
That's probably fine. All right.
It's full of ketchup.
Do I get my thing?
Give me 1 second here.
Grimmy, you not need to make a check. It's full of ketchup. We gave it to you so you can put it on your dinner.
The check is for blah blah blah.
Well, it was actually just hellish hot sauce.
For my sauce master background.
Look at your sauce, master.
Understand the nature of a spell or magical item.
Yes, you would.
Woo! I am the sauce master. 24.
Sauce master. As you consider this particular sauce, it strikes you that this sauce is the secret sauce for a very particular recipe called Summon Greater Demon.
I knew it! Sorry.
And it strikes you all at once that with the lemurs, the lowest of the low, and the spine devil just a step above, that's not the top of the food chain. This creature is under orders. They are gathering supplies. And likely, they will need to hand those supplies off relatively soon. Blood needs this kind of component, it needs to be used within 24 hours. And so, this other creature, likely nearby. About an hour passes.
Uh-oh. So wait, let me try to understand that right.
Sure.
This creature has somewhere a summon greater fiend gathering supplies and will return to here? Did I hear?
Inverse.
Other way around.
He's been gathering for
A
whoever.
greater demon.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is... Oh.
So
Hey, guys.
That's a boss come quick.
I tell everyone. Guys,
Component.
this is good. Fine. So this is a... What's it called? Component to cast a huge demon. It was on that devil. That probably meant that devil could turn into a huge demon. What that means is that there's an owner. It was a familiar. If we stay here, it's likely that familiar's owner is going to come.
Me starting to wonder why we let old Captain Head go alone to find his
Wait,
men.
where'd he go?
You look around, this goblin,
Wait, what?
nowhere to be seen.
Me a little nervous that he headed toward Big Demon.
We should go find him right now.
does anyone know how to track a goblin?
Also, how are we going to... Which way did he go? We're in the middle of the river.
Tonki saw, right? Because he said, like, I'll be right back to her.
Yeah, wait.
You said he'll be right back, but all of you guys are pretty busy doing stuff. I would say make a perception check.
Where did he go?
He went to go find his friend, he said.
But like, where if he's not
So-
on the ship? I mean,
22.
22. With the 22, you can see that there is where these kind of like where your ship bridges over to these high rocks where you found that blood. These rocks continue down almost like they pinch together from the shores. And so you can see little places where in the mud a small creature has recently kind of slid and moved along. They made their way off and towards the western bank. You can see tiny little footprints disappearing into the tree canopy.
We should follow him now, otherwise we're gonna lose our captain.
We could also lose our boat, though.
But if we not find the captain, then nobody can sailboat anyway.
I should have looked harder for some nicer inks. I could have cast a really helpful spell.
Yeah, okay, Nora, we find him. We see his trail right there, see?
When did he leave?
At this point, about an hour ago.
Alright. Let me do some quick math. How far do I think he could have gotten in an hour?
Make a survival check.
Can it,
I have enough.
can it be
rope.
math based and use intelligence?
No.
Damn!
I will say, if you guys had purchased a map of the basin, you probably could do that.
It was
16.
16. With the
16 math check.
Thinking about this, they probably could have got in an hour. If they're just running through the woods, they could get pretty far. But you
Yeah,
hear
but probably
something.
not so half that.
We hear something.
You hear something in this woods, and it's larger than a goblin. But because it is 9 o'clock and a good place for us to take a break,
Yeah.
as the leaves in the trees at the edge of the western bank, and you see a larger shape than your captain emerge, this is where we're going to step away for a quick break. There will be a countdown on your screen, and we will be back at the end of it. Thank you for sticking with us. We'll see you then. Okay. We are in. Sticking with us through the break if you did. If not, welcome to D&D. You're a part of it now. Kara, anything you want to say? That was a really good Kara. that got me pretty good. When we left off, you had all been looking for your goblin captain. Tonki had seen that he had made his way off and into the woods, and as it dawned on Grimgob what this reagent that the tiny spine devil was carrying might be used for, you heard a large object shifting through the woods, as Grimgob told you that this was something to be used to summon a much greater demon. You saw a large figure begin to emerge. The branches part, and you see a huge horned minotaur. Their face mangled, pulled away from the skull, held on by like thin scar tissue. They're looking pretty rough. You can see they look through, you just see this face, the teeth kind of like pulled out in this snarl. And then from there, you can hear this, "Is this them?" And then from below, this little goblin comes out and goes, "Yeah, no, these are my friends. Guys, this is Zaraltosh Salthook. He's my buddy.
Got it.
I was telling you about." And he like walks up and says, "Come on." You can see this huge minotaur like stands up, rising up to about 11 feet tall. Massive. He is the size of many hill giants. You have never, I would say even you, Tonki, have never seen a minotaur this large. In one arm, they have like several fishing rods that are just kind of gathered up. And then over the back, they're holding like this gill net. There's a number of hooks that are hooked into his fur and body, but he doesn't seem to notice or mind. He's just kind of holding that and this hook. Yeah, he just kind of walks over following. He has this bronze bag on his belt that has a couple of little lures hanging off of it as well. And Captain Mar leads him over to all of you, kind of helping him across the rocks until eventually he hops aboard your boat. And as he lands opposite of you, Tonki, this whole boat just rights. And you have this like balanced out.
Tonki puts the safety back on her fist.
But Captain Mar goes, "Yeah, so this is my friend. You can just call him Zarl. He's basically just sort of like a friendly guy that wanders around here. And he was just hoping that he could use the cover of all of you to fish. Isn't that right, Zar? And Zar just goes,
That's not true at all,
Yeah.
is it?
make an insight check.
Can I make one too?
Yeah.
Minotaur.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
Minotaur.
natural one.
Oh no.
Oh wait. Oh, I have advantage.
That's all I have the ability to grant people right now.
14.
These guys are on the
With a
up and up.
14, I mean, there's nothing that they're saying that seems wrong to you.
Did you say that the Minotaur's face was hanging partially off?
It's like, it looks like at some point it was ripped all the way off and is kind of healed, but the only thing holding the flesh onto the teeth is just scar tissue that goes all the way back, past the eye.
Okay, so that's not recent. That's just cool injury.
I mean, whether it's cool or not, it's an injury for sure.
Tonki's gonna say, "Me Tonki, me grew up with Minotaurs. Me trained with Brandis. You know him, Mistrich?"
They shake their head no. They kind of draw back away from you.
Oh.
And Captain Mar goes, "No, it's okay. They're nice. Don't
See?
worry." And he just kind of waves to you, and he just goes, "I don't know Branus."
That okay. Me know not all Minotaurs know each other.
They
Nora
nod.
goes over and does a little sleeve tug on Tonki and is like,
What?
he might know Goblin.
Oh,
Because his best friend's a Goblin.
She switches to Goblin and she's like, "Hey, do you speak Goblin by any chance?"
A little. It's just exact same literacy across the board for this guy, it seems.
She looks at Nora and goes, "Yes and no."
I'm sorry.
Greetings, big guy. I'm Grimgob.
And turns to you, bends down, gets down on one knee, really just gets all the way down. Every time he moves, the whole boat shifts. This guy is massive. But he goes down and he just says, "Hello, Grimgob."
Hello. You're pretty
I-
big. I'm pretty imposing. You need us for protection?
"No, I am not pretty big.
Oh, you're right. You're very big.
I am Zaral Trash. It is scary in these woods.
Ah,
Thank you."
we'll keep you safe.
Nods.
Zarl, did you intend to fish here? Or were you going to be on the boat with us?
He lifts up this arm, and as it goes past your face, his arm is thicker than your shoulders, and just points past the entire length of this craft, and then over the other far eastern kind of bank. And he just points and goes,
That's probably for the best. Because, Captain, we might not wish to stay here for the night. We may wish to move elsewhere.
"Is this a new game we're playing? I thought we were going to say."
Yeah, we got new information. So, one of these devils had a spell component on them, which seems to imply that they have a master, or and they'll probably be back at some point.
Zaraltosh just goes, "Doom Tongue."
Oh, you know them?
That's super cool name.
He nods and he just goes, "Most scary." And the captain goes, "Oh, tell him more about what you know then." And the Minotaur just kind of nods and goes, "Very scary."
How big is he? Is he bigger than you?
Puts a hand well above his head.
Oh,
Oh.
that is really tall. What about color?
Kind of looks left, looks around at all of you, and then just stands up and reaches across this entire boat and just, Tuli, they just pick you up by the shoulders, kind of carry you over, and then just spin you upside down, and then they just point at a patch of red fabric along some of the sort of cloaks that Tuli wears.
Can you put him down, please?
They just slowly.
Hold on, I think Tuli's having fun.
Tuli, you, okay, whatever you say, Tuli.
And was he more wide? Or was he more narrow?
Big wide.
Big wide.
He have wings?
Yes.
From the description, does Nora have any idea what, sort of devil he could
Make
be?
a religion check.
Damn.
Have I...
Damn!
Does the term Doomtongue ring any bells for a history check?
Make a history check, I would say, at disadvantage.
At disadvantage?
23. There's a couple of different devils that this could be, but it's a larger one to be sure. You've heard of pit fiends, but those are a little bit smaller, actually, than what he is describing. This seems like something that is... Nora, it strikes you that maybe you haven't heard of this. This is something that is probably pretty unusual and probably pretty recent as a result.
I don't actually know what this could be.
That's
I've
not
done a
good.
lot of reading too.
You very brave to enter forest even when you scared. Brennus would like you.
He shakes his head and he says, "Not brave. I do not move when they can see. And I am very quiet."
Brave and smart.
What do you mean, when they can see?
In the light.
Oh. That makes sense, actually.
Does it?
Well, if they prefer the darkness, then maybe light is... Maybe it might hurt them, it might hurt their vision and their eyes.
Do you mean...
Oh, I'm so sorry. Continue.
Do you mean like when they fly overhead during daylight, you don't move so they don't see you?
Oh, that makes more sense.
I was about to say.
That's just how eyes work.
Yeah. Well, now I feel silly.
So I vote for us to take the raft, perhaps put it on the other bank that Zarl wishes to fish upon. So at least we're not at ground zero for the expectation of when they come back. And then, even if we're not going super across Conflict Lake, at least we're not immediately in the danger zone.
I mean, I can get us probably to within 15 feet of shore, but much closer than that, and we might not get back out. So we can't run aground, or we shouldn't.
I don't know how boats work.
I mean,
I know how they work in theory, but...
yeah, I mean, basically, we can just get really close, and then you'd need to swim the rest of the way.
I mean, we don't have to, like, go on the bank itself, per se.
Yeah.
But if we're just... As long as we're just, like, not, like, standing in the tower...
Yeah, no,
when
I
they come
agree.
back.
Maybe even just go a little bit down the river, just like, 10 minutes.
Yeah. Zara, would that be an okay fishing spot? Yeah?
Any
Yeah.
objections?
A place with some tree cover, too.
All right. And this little captain hops too. They run around, and they kind of turn as they do, and they say, "You guys did some really nice work here. I can barely see the damage." They run over and just unfurl the sail.
That was mostly Emmy.
Yeah, me crude craftsman.
Okay, never mind then for you. Great job, Emmy. They unfurl the sail, and this ship begins to move. This gigantic minotaur kind of tucks their arms in and just gets, like, I would say, Tonki, there is a kinship to this creature. They are, like, very aware of their surroundings, of their size. Anytime they go to, like, put their arm on something, even something that almost certainly will carry their weight, they, like, experimentally kind of put an arm down and then slowly, like, rest it. But you make your way a little bit further downstream. Okay. You can see, after maybe, like, 10 minutes, your goblin captain spots a little patch that is sort of into a partially submerged tree, the root structure growing into the water over the bank. And they sort of guide the craft over there to a place where there is some tree cover that extends over the water proper. So even though you cannot get all the way, or the craft all the way to the shore, you at least have some cover from above. The gigantic minotaur just hops off, and the whole craft rises like an inch or two in the water. And they just splash into the water and begin to wade towards the shore.
Nora kind of like heads over to Thule. It's like,
Have you been in this area since the whole devil thing?
I don't think so.
Relatively new to you.
No.
I don't know what this is, and you've seen a lot of things, so I didn't know if maybe you'd seen something bigger than a pit fiend.
Have I seen?
Make a religion check. I mean, you're not 100% clear on what a pit fiend is because you haven't seen one of those, but you've seen some big stuff.
Maybe. Maybe not. Religion?
You think about Tonki.
How many Tonkies tall?
Religion? You
Yeah.
said?
At least 3 Tonkies. Flonkies.
You're just not sure because you don't really know what the size of a pit fiend might be.
I've seen big clouds.
Yeah, those are big.
Fish. I've seen some pretty big fish.
Oh, you did say something about pirates.
There was that giant taipan that we saw.
That was big. Pit fiends are sometimes bigger.
There are giant crabs that I've heard of.
Oh,
That,
and we're going to see one too. Maybe it will be comparable in size.
Not as large as like a fortress, but I would imagine it's probably a similar species, or maybe a particularly large specimen of the giant crab.
Like a baby fortress crab?
Would a baby fortress crab be an encampment?
Well, it's not a fortress crab, just to be clear. It's a gold crab.
Oh,
Do I know what a gold crab is?
A god crab.
God crab.
Yeah, it's the gold of all crabs.
Oh.
And they.
Oh.
Religion check. What god of all crabs?
Make a religion check.
I also
Can I-
want to make a religion.
15. God of all crabs.
I've never heard
Crab
of a god of all crabs. It's a
No
very
clue.
weird deity.
Bernard just looks very
Goblin
confused.
history check.
Yes.
Do I get my thing?
Yes, you do.
I rolled way too good for this. Hang on.
Yes, you did.
This is stupid.
Grimgrub?
22.
Okay.
History.
And then
Oh, I love that story.
21 religion.
So both of you, probably through very different channels,
The pantheon of crabs. Yes.
the story of the god crab, and a story is all that it is, Grimgrub. You tune part of it out because you've heard this before. There are goblins that believe that this massive crab, and a big part of what caused the Sister War, is about half of the groups under one of the two Gerbrandra, or Gerbrandra being one of the sisters, the two Gobclank sisters. Half of them believed that this crab was a god and worthy of respect and worship, and half of them believed that he would make a really good fortress. And a war was fought that tore the basin apart. That's largely what caused the Sister War. Whether you want to believe in the god crab or not, up to you. Most goblins believe in Muglibet, which is like this sort of chaotic evil deity.
That looks like a crab.
No,
No.
looks like a wiggly butt.
They look kind of like a bugbear in most depictions.
Okay.
Or a hobgoblin, sorry.
Ah, gotcha.
What's a wiggly butt look like?
Do you really want to see?
I don't know. It's my birthday. Anyway.
So you find a place here where you can kind of rest. The hours begin to transition into dark. Is there anything that you all want to do before you begin a long rest?
Ralph would offer to take first watch, but also I imagine during this time she's just kind of running through like different potential crabs. You'd be like, is it like a hermit crab? Or like,
Make a nature check.
what's the one with the long legs?
Spider crab.
Alaskan king crab.
Well, I'm assuming the Alaskan
Oh,
king
spider
crab
crab.
can't be it.
Horseshoe crab.
I rolled
Asking.
except
The
for
old king
nature
Crab.
He's a Mariel crab.
a 4.
A 4. Almost all crabs crabs are treaded creatures. I mean, you can't really think of very many when you think of crab, you think of sort of like a cartoonish depiction of a crab, and you can't move beyond that. You're like, I know I've heard of a blue crab, and it just like ding is blue. Like, not any different in any meaningful way.
When I imagine Ralph like thinks about God crab, and like her initial thought for a God crab would be like a tear crab.
Like one raised large claw, one like lowered claw, the scales. Yeah, for sure.
And then like put like a little like comical fort on top of it.
Yeah, phenomenal. Yeah.
Torn like a little crown.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm having trouble with this.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's hard.
Nora's too busy thinking about how she misheard God crab as gold crab, and now she can't unpair that. So it's a gold God crab.
Yeah, absolutely. Golden god crab.
Makes sense. Gold is a regal color.
Golden god.
As the sun sets, often in the distance, there are long golden beams that come down through the clouds, scattering across the drifting mats of green and clusters of pale blossoms that float like stars in the water here. Dragonflies come out right around dusk, skimming the surface in flashes of iridescent color, and the jungle hums rise into a steady, living chorus around you. At night, this place comes alive, and you can hear monkeys and bugs, you can hear the hoot of owls and the cries of birds. In many places, silence precedes danger, and that at least brings a little bit of comfort, because it is loud here in the jungle at night. There are massive trees that kind of arch overhead from where you have found some cover. You can hear the sound of like monkeys and birds. Is there anything that you folks are doing before and what are we doing for watches?
First watch.
First watch.
Okay, there you go. Words accompanying the action. So the twins taking first watch.
I imagine if we roll poorly, we're just arguing about crabs the entire time.
Oh no, it has to be gold. He said gold.
Who's taking second watch?
Crabs are red.
Okay. Yeah.
Whatever.
No, that's not
Emmy's
red after
woken,
they're
she'll
cooked.
take it.
Okay. And then third watch? Okay, so
The boys.
The boys.
The boys.
So instead of the elven brethren, it's now the boys.
With an I and a Z.
Yeah, for
We'll
sure.
find
They're not transin.
a crab out of the water and crack a cold one with the boys.
Make it survive.
Ooh, 16.
Is it pre-cracked?
So you go like to the edge of the water. Just you can hear like Ralph and kind of see Ralph like with like a little stick drawing crabs in the sand. And you're like, huh? I wonder if there are any. And you walk over to the edge. This is fresh water, and so there isn't like crabs that you can see here. Most freshwater crab species are tiny, but you do note little bits of movement. And in this river, there are like little crawfish, actually relatively large. And you could harvest a couple of them to kind of make a dinner if you wanted. It would take about an hour.
Sure.
Okay, so you start gathering those up. For yeah, no, I mean basically that's what you are getting, and you end up with a pretty big serving of crawdads with that check. You can find enough to you can basically do like a crab boil here tonight.
Hell yeah. Fireball.
You look at your ketchup, you're like, maybe this is what this is for. But you'll hold off on that for now. For all of you, you can gather for a pretty awesome dinner. Kind of foraged here. It is fresh food drawn from the nature around you. I would say Captain Marr would lend you a couple of spices and things that are a little bit more exotic to make it flavorful as well. Is there anything that you all want to do before you begin your watches?
Now I'm hungry.
Had 2 taquitos for dinner.
I think
Same. Keto and mint cake.
I think Ralph would just like pray.
Okay. As
Check the box for cleric.
As you all settle into rest, Ralph and Nora, the two of you begin this first watch. Can I have you each make a perception check, please? And is there anything that you're doing over your time?
Chit-chatting about crabs.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
I have think it's a 22. Well, let me just double
Much
check
better
because
than
I
13.
have changed this number around. Okay, yes, it is a 22.
Okay. With a 22. You're noticing something is happening out in the woods.
Mhm.
It's a little bit chaotic at first, and so it takes you a moment to track, but you are noticing the calls of the wild here become a little bit more meaningful and a little bit more purposeful. Specifically, the chatter of these monkeys. It isn't just loud, kind of reverberating calls. There is a lot of purpose. And they are getting a little bit closer. Though, with that check, it's hard to tell if it's because they're following the river and just happen to be moving in this direction. You imagine they'll pass you in a couple of hours if they do. It's like a big group. But that's all.
I think Ralph will nudge Nora and be like, Do monkeys often
Go to war.
Sorry, I just derailed my brain really bad.
No, little hobbit.
Oh man.
We ride!
Rel just pointed out, like, do you hear those monkeys? Are they getting weirdly close to us? Also, I think they're talking about us.
I don't speak monkey.
They're talking about something.
Should I wake Tuli up? Tuli might speak monkey.
Tuli might speak monkey.
I'm gonna go wake him up. Tuli. Sorry. I know you're probably having a good dream. Monkeys? You want?
Monkeys.
Yeah, they're close by, and apparently they're saying something. What are they saying?
Can I cast Speak with Animals?
You sure can. So you cast Speak with Animals. Make a perception check.
What do monkeys see?
From the
What do
darkness,
monkey do?
you hear Ralph say, "It's too purposeful, the chattering."
This is how jungle fever.
21?
Ooh.
21. So off and in the distance, you can hear this like loud, like ooh, 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 ooh. But then it transitions suddenly to ooh, 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 their alcohol.
Oh, alcohol.
And then this call out there, you can just hear, they've got booze, they've got booze, they've got booze. And it just howls through this. And it sounds like these monkeys are going to try to rob you.
I think the monkeys want our booze.
And for what it's worth, you don't speak with animals, and so you kind of have to take this freshly awake and still sleep in the word
Hold on.
that is what's going on.
Are you
Insight check, real quick.
awake?
Mm-hmm. You woke me up.
I'm not so sure right now. Am I awake?
15.
I hope so, because now we're both awake.
With an insight of 15, I'm choosing to believe that that I can sense that Tuli is telling the truth and he's not just half dreaming still.
Sure.
I'm gonna say, excuse me, please don't take our alcohol. In monkey.
Make a diplomacy check.
Nope.
Persuasion check. Thank you.
Oh, nice. 24.
There's Tuli the face.
Speak to them monkeys.
Get it.
Ralph and Nora.
Uh-huh.
You're like, I'm not sure if Tuli's telling the truth. Tuli calls out, and the whole forest goes silent.
Is that good?
Okay, good night.
No.
What did you say to them?
I asked them not to take the alcohol.
Are we? Should we move? We should move.
No. We just need to guard the barrels. Just
Tuli goes
confused for the rest of our watch.
Just
Nora
Everyone
and
else
Ralph.
wakes up and we're all like,
Nora and Ralph, make a perception check to end your watch.
Oh, I'm locked in 16.
Much worse.
Okay.
I'm paranoid now.
Towards the very end of your rolls, or towards the end of your watch, Nora, you see a little bit of a disturbance on the edge of this wood. And then you see these little eyes kind of gleaming through, just a pair of them. They're pretty small. And then you can see just gently kind of emerging, really slow, holding something in their monkey arms is a little, almost like chimpanzee kind of monkey. And it kind of looks at you and it sits. And then it kind of does the little monkey thing where it like stands and takes a step and then sits.
Is this a trap?
Make an insight check. At disadvantage, as this is a monkey.
Nora just like hesitantly is just like,
Okay. I'm going to animal handling check. At advantage.
At what?
At advantage.
I think he's trying to parlay. This might be monkey business.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
It is war!
Why did you go back to sleep?
We ride at dawn!
You left us alone with the monkeys.
And what was this check? With the 3, Nora puts up a hand, and I would say, Ralph, you see the monkey's eyes go wide. There is just, and it whips a banana straight at your face. It hits you. It's like perfectly ripe, so it spatters across your body, and it just shrieks off and into the distance. All of you wake up to the sound of this single monkey, like in the midst of your camp, howling off and into the woods.
What did it say?
It was a
I
forward
s-
scout.
Well, actually, would it have been within the
when
hour?
you wake up, I would say, yeah, kind of like right towards the end of that, you can hear often in the distance,
Fuck you!
fuck you then! As it seems like this monkey was just trying to make a trade.
I read a romance novel where they fought for honor and they took a little glove and they slapped a face, and I feel like this is what's happened to me, except I'm covered in banana juice.
Just all down.
What
Tonki's
did you
like-
do?
Yeah, what'd you do to anger the monkey?
I waved!
The monkeys, to be fair, were after us.
The goblin wakes up, and he kind of looks around and goes, the monkeys? Were they drunk, perchance?
No, they just wanted the alcohol.
How do you know if a monkey's drunk?
It
Well,
threw a banana.
Usually they look drunk the same way that you would look drunk.
Yeah, no, mostly like that. It's just because up and down the river sometimes, because we've got so much trade going on, and on account of the bog rum, quite frankly, the monkeys, they've acquired sort of a taste for alcohol, you see. And they do get pretty rambunctious when they drink, and typically they engage in some pretty aggressive raids.
Oh,
So were they drunk? Because if so, we might want to move.
unless they can get drunk on bananas, I think they just threw a banana at me.
It depends on how long the banana was sitting there.
It just,
That's-
it seems like,
It's pretty mushy.
I
Let me see.
don't think it's fermented. Don't smell me.
I smell Nora. Does Nora smell fermented?
No.
Make a perception.
Does the
check.
banana smell
Make a
fermented?
perception.
I hate
Are the monkeys still out
Yes.
there?
You can hear them, for sure.
To be fair, I don't think they got anything on our boat.
11.
They did not. With an 11, hard to tell.
Hmm.
It's certainly a very ripe banana, though.
It's definitely a banana.
Okay. Well, wake me up when it's my turn.
Should we go back to sleep, or are you guys done with watch?
I think we're done. I
Yeah.
think we've damaged
You
our
think you-
relationship with the monkeys
You
enough.
think you've done enough?
Hey, I think we should maybe switch some shifts around. Tuli, let's take the next one.
Okay, I'm already awake again.
Could I do
Yeah.
a little?
Oh,
Thank you.
Oh, I was just gonna tell you to dunk in the river, but that works.
But then I will be wet.
Yeah.
That is part of the river.
If
Alright.
the monkeys come and ask for some of the alcohol, should we just give them a little bit so they go away?
Oh, you can't give them just a little bit, because then they'll drink it and they'll want more. You know, if you give a monkey alcohol,
I remember this quote from my mom.
yes, then you'll need to fight them. So
Yeah.
They'll want snacks after.
it's mostly the fighting that I'd worry about.
Oh, I don't have many snacks either.
This is a strange place.
It is a strange place, but it's also pretty wonderful. I mean, not the base necessarily, but, you know, parts up leading to it. So we're staying then?
Okay.
Yeah, now you're all up to speed on the monkey situation. Wake me up if things go more awry somehow.
If there's
Likewise,
any...
and
Yeah, don't worry. We'll
monkey
make a monkey
business?
scream so you can wake up.
And Thule, again, just please do not give the alcohol that is meant for
Oh, no.
Gabranja to
Well,
the monkeys.
that's why I asked.
Yeah. And so
You did
this,
ask.
this is just me saying no. All right. Good night.
Would they want anything else?
I mean, no,
Bananas?
they're very into alcohol. It's sort of hard to put into words how much. I wish there was a word for it, you know. But
Maybe
it's
like
almost
some
like
sort of hism.
it's almost like they're kissed to continue to consume it.
Huh.
All right, I'm going to bed, and their little blanket over. Thule and Grim, make perception checks, please.
That's gonna be good for you. 8.
Okay.
7.
Damn.
Oh, damn.
The two of you keep watch. You can hear the sound of loud noises in the distance, but largely, over the course of your watch, it actually gets a little bit quieter. As you keep up, the stars come out overhead, the night begins to kind of come alive in earnest, and aside from just the monkeys and the insects, you can hear the wind begin to kind of blow through the trees here. And after the monkeys get even further away, with just the sound of the insects and the birds and the wind and the water, it's pretty peaceful here. You squint, and with your perception checks, you can't even see this massive minotaur, but you can hear the sound of like little lures hitting the water, and like certainly he's still there. You just can't see him.
I can't see shit.
Is there anything that you're doing over your watch?
Not seeing anything, that's for sure.
That's for sure. And your watch passes largely without issue. At least as far as you can tell. Taki and Emmy, the two of you wake up the final watch. In the deep of night, please make perception checks. And is there anything that you're doing over your watch?
Just vibing, I think.
Yeah.
19 for
Okay.
old talks.
That's pretty good.
18.
So the two of you, maybe it's because most of your watch goes by without issue, and as the first light of dawn begins to kind of hit this ground, you're able to see this minotaur a little bit better. They have a full tent set up that is smoking multiple fish. There is a large stone table that has been set out. There's an entire fishing camp that has been erected over here. It seems almost impossible because there is entire pieces of furniture, stone furniture, that have been set up here. But with that perception check, you watch as this minotaur kind of looks up. You can see the sneering half of their skull, kind of the flesh peeled away from it, but they just kind of nod. They go and they kind of open this little bag, and they, with one arm, pick up this massive stone chair and just tuck it into this pouch, impossibly so. And then they take one of the fishing
Mary
rods and do the
Poppins
same thing, and they
bag.
just Mary Poppins this entire fishing camp over about 20 minutes back into this bag of holding.
Nice.
And you kind of watch. They sit on the bank a little bit as the sun rises. They close their eyes as the sun hits their horns, really just sort of appreciating this morning. And then probably like around 6 in the morning, they just lumber off and into the woods. Though they do leave something behind.
Smoked quiche.
What do you leave behind?
You going over?
Yeah.
Okay. You have to kind of like splash into the water and then kind of wade over 15 feet. But easy enough to do, especially because you're so tall. It's like waist height for you. You just wade over, and there is, wrapped up in some leaves, smoked fish. Enough for like you imagine this is like he left enough for one meal for one person. The one person being him is breakfast for all of you.
Tonki looks back to Emmy and is like, "That's so nice." She scoops it up and to bring it back to the group.
Okay. So you all awake. You can mark off long rests. There is no larger issues that seem to occur due to the monkeys.
Scared him off. Good.
I mean, I would say just kind of, just asking nicely. Sometimes it's all you need.
For 2 weeks special.
Sometimes it's polite to ask.
It is, as you all awake, the 5th of the Claws of Storms. This is Thursday. It's probably close to like 5:30 in the morning when you all come to. You went to bed a little on the earlier side. It's warm today, but clear, and you can see the river just kind of open and flowing almost like glass in front of you.
As we're getting ready, Grimgob's gonna go over to Nora and say, "Here, this is what I could find in the tower," and he hands you the 2 gold for the party coffer.
Thank you.
For the potty coffer. The potty coffer. Put it in the potty coffer.
Waking up and stretching, she'll be like, so, moving forward and it's daytime now, so we gotta worry about the big demon or what?
I think so.
I look to Mar for that question.
I mean, I think we just get going. If we can get out on the lake, let's just get away from whatever this is.
You think the demon could find us on the lake?
I mean, probably, but would they want to?
I'm big. Everybody want to fight me.
Do we
That's
still
true.
have that vial?
Yeah, I still got it.
Maybe we just leave that behind.
Yeah.
Would the manticores typically be closer to here? And is it
Fine.
reasonable to consider that a giant creature like this flying one that we would now know is patrolling kind of this area, would that be a good reason for the manticore to be displaced as it was?
Make a nature check. Thinking about the manticore.
I'm gonna go destroy it. I'm gonna walk over on the beach and just toss in the air and fireball.
Okay. It just shatters. It smells like burning blood. It's not a great smell, but you do so.
Better to leave it here than he'll use it against other travelers.
With a 23, as you consider, yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. A creature like some kind of a greater demon would certainly be the kind of thing that could displace a manticore. But that would mean that demon would probably need to be further along in the direction that you are all traveling in, or that devil, very specifically that devil. And it doesn't necessarily make sense, especially because this is relatively recent. I think Captain Mara told you he'd been here just a couple of months ago. And so this is
Relatively new.
probably something different, though maybe not entirely unrelated. So we ready to go?
Yeah, I'd like to leave.
You ready?
All right. He hoists the sail, and with a
Is that smoked fish?
Oh, yeah! And Tonki lays out the breakfast.
Absolutely, you lay out this breakfast as you move.
She's just been holding it.
On your just in your hands, little bits of like
There's
grease
definitely
going
just
down.
like one like
Yeah, the whole fish just hanging out.
Me man already.
As you leave this sort of bank behind, you can see further down the river, maybe no more than 30 minutes away, it begins to widen out pretty substantially. And even though the sort of atmospheric interference prevents you from truly seeing this, you can see where the lake begins to open up beyond. You travel for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and very much so now you can see sandy beaches that sort of form where there was just kind of grassy banks. And the water here transitions as you kind of come to the open mouth of this river to something that looks almost tropical. Like teal, crystal clear water. You couldn't fully see the bottom 30 feet down. Here, where the lake is even deeper, you can see like plant life and rock. This is crystal clear.
Nora gets real excited, like takes off her sandals and like sticks her feet over the edge.
And it's warm. It's like warm water in here. This is bordering on tropical. You smell no salt. This is fresh water. You just smell the warm breeze and the scent of jungle around you.
Oh, you're right, Captain Mar. It is pretty nice.
Yeah, no, I mean, aside from all the warfare, of course, and, you know, the result of warfare, of course, results in all kinds of messy things that are unpleasant to deal with as well. But as long as we're not seeing a whole bunch of floating corpses or things like that, it's pretty nice.
Ralph is now going to look directly at the water and be like,
Make a perception check.
Floating corpses.
like how miscible are floating?
This lake is so wide that as you enter into it, you can barely see the far shore. Really, you can see the canopy of trees as like a dark line in the distance, and then you can see above that the dark silhouette of a trio of mountains even further beyond.
12.
You look down and you can see little tiny fish, you can see little tiny frogs, you can see little insects skirting atop the top of this very glassy water, just barely holding on the surface tension. Often in the distance on the far shore, there is a little spit, and as you look, you see a tiny lizard just running along the surface before getting up and then running into the woods. All kinds of just wildlife that take your attention, and it's hard to focus too much. You don't see any corpses.
Don't worry, Nora. Even with all the warfare, life will still thrive in the basin.
Yeah.
That lizard just ran across the water.
Oh, it's called a Jeebus lizard.
No, it's a water walking lizard, and you know, you see him from time to time. Have
Are
you
they
never been
tasty?
here before? Yeah, quite.
Oh.
I try to mage hand grab it.
It's far too far. So you make your way into this lake. Is there anything that you're all doing as you cross? It is lovely weather.
Funky is listening for monkeys.
Make a perception check.
So we've entered the lake proper now, or we're entering the lake proper now.
You are into the lake.
Natural one.
Very nice.
So as it's opening up, do we see any other vessels or anything?
Make a
'Cause
perception
it's pretty
check.
big now, right? Like in front of us is essentially like
A horizon.
ocean.
Make a perception check. Yeah.
Nora's just like pulled out a book that she has in her pack and it's just like begun like reading.
23.
23. That's a good check. In the far, far distance, we're talking hours of travel away, you can see things that break up the horizon here and there that could be sails. At this distance, hard to tell, but there are things on this lake for sure. Things that you will encounter. But as you draw your eyes even closer to where you are, there are things closer than that. Ahead of you, and as you, like maybe 10 more minutes into this lake, you begin to see little bits of wood kind of floating along the surface. And then ahead of you, you see a series of ruined goblinoid skiffs. Some of them are partially sunk. A few seem to be in the process of sinking. You can see little bubbles lazily rising up around, and it's slowly dropping. You can see a few just shattered across the surface of the water here, bobbing in the gentle tide. And with that perception check, you do see a few bodies just floating, kind of bloated in the sun.
Oh. Floating bodies.
Oh, yeah, like that. That's a bummer.
It looks pretty recent.
Nora picks her feet
Oh.
up out of
I
the
guess I'll have
water.
Not
Pick your feet
that
back
recent.
up.
Can I
'Cause they're
identify
swollen?
the clan?
Make a history check and you get your thing.
Oh, I love getting my thing.
24.
Okay. What's your
12.
Double vision.
The cutest kind.
You tighten your focus. You look at this corpse, and Grimgob, this corpse looks back at you. This was a member of the Silt Knives, but as the head
Oh.
kind of rises, drifting in the waves, they're not as dead as you thought. Or maybe they are even deader than you thought. But because it is 9:55 and a great place to take a break, this is where we're going to end for the evening. As the goblinoid ghouls begin to animate around you.
Goblinoids.
But thank you for sticking with us for this session of A Tale of 12 Gems. You guys actually did fantastic. You avoided the drunken monkey encounter. I think
That
was
was nice.
fantastic.
Well done.
But avoiding it also, I think, is fantastic. it would have been very interesting.
It's really funny how we
Save
avoided
it for
it.
Just
Right.
put it
Yeah.
in the bucket for a future day.
Absolutely, absolutely. I have all these little
Those
like little
monkeys are gonna have to do something, or else they'll suffer from this thing called withdrawal.
They got the DTs. But thank you for joining us for this session. We will be back next week. Whatever you do, please stay safe. It is wild out there. We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.